What's up, everybody? Welcome. How's it going?
Oh no!
How's it going, everybody? Welcome.
New theme. Let's go. Did we fuck it up already?
No. As hard as Goobers tried.
Here, I'll make it worse. All right.
No,
there we go.
no, you can't.
Yep. There we go. There we go. There it is. There we go.
You know,
Nobody let him make Guy Fieri, please.
Now that you've gotten Dan this outfit, Dan, you actually have to make 3 emotes. You have to devote 3 of your emotes to a 3-part Guy Fieri emote.
Oh.
Oh,
I got you.
Can it be like
The Guy
a
Fieri.
noodle
No,
and
no,
then
no.
like noodle lips
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then Guy Fieri's head goes.
Oh my god!
The infamous gif of him slurping that noodle. Yes.
And then the reverse version of that where he like
That is the greatest gif on the internet.
I might have to do that now. Thanks for that
I was
idea.
saying you need to recreate that. I've got this playing on my computer 2 different spots right now. It needs to happen. Okay?
That's why.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome.
Oh, shit.
Welcome to episode 0 of Halcyon Unbound. A brand new Masks campaign, all new characters, a new setting, a new everything. I hope everybody's excited. I'm super excited. I missed you guys.
Super excited until I saw your outfit, and then my heart sank, and I felt the crushing. Oh my god!
Wow.
Emotions.
Memories, yeah.
Emotions.
This last season.
I thought you were supposed to be all grizzled and fucking, like badass and shit.
Wait
I
until he
am.
speaks. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're
So I can like try to grizzle
Oh,
myself and be a badass.
Halcyon citizens.
We're gonna be.
I am. Don't you see my?
Can we
Oh.
please get that voice actor to do an intro? Like, hi, whatever your name is, XCOM voice guy, you're great.
That
Could
guy.
you do an intro for us? Because
He's my nemesis.
and obviously it's very much there's
No.
some work here.
He's your nemesis.
He's my nemesis. The guy that talks during XCOM missions. I want him to die. Like, I'm not. He is my nemesis.
All right,
Okay.
hey, XCOM voice man, don't
What did
listen
he do
to
to you?
our MDM. He's just Frankie. He's not you.
We
Yeah.
love you, XCOM voice man.
Yes.
He is my
yes.
nemesis because you can't skip him in XCOM missions.
Yeah, ever.
And after
Ever.
you die like 10 times or something to
Yeah.
the difficulty, you just want to skip the missions
Every time.
every time.
It's
And
a
you
dire
can.
threat on the ground.
One of our
Every fucking time.
I feel you, dude. I feel you.
one of our new subscribers has just notified me to notify you that there is a mod to make that XCOM voice dude shut up.
No, not entirely. He still speaks, okay?
Oh,
I have played a lot of XCOM.
Okay.
I've tried it, man.
I've tried it. I have played XCOM for many hours. I know. I have tried it, okay? If you guys look for my
researched.
XCOM clip where I punch my microphone, you will understand.
Oh yeah.
I have
What?
seen that.
That's
I
a
have
good
seen
fucking
that.
clip, man.
Fucking immaculate.
Punch your mic.
Oh, he just
Oh,
went,
I remember
he, like,
that.
he pulled back. It wasn't like this. It was like this, and just goes wha-bam!
He's got the
There's
dent.
a dent on your microphone.
The infamous dent.
Yeah.
Is that from the punch?
Yes.
What? How pissed off were you?
It's
I
XCOM.
was very pissed off.
XCOM.
I was
It's
very
whack.
pissed off.
It was
Yeah, it's whack
literally
and
the
XCOM.
tables too okay. Like
when you put
moment-
Whack
And
and
then
XCOM
tables to
together, like
okay.
that's you could break the center of the earth open. Like
That's why Tables to Rage is whack going.
This is, in case you guys are curious, this is a Shure SM, what is it, 58? I can't remember.
5.7.
God.
Yeah, this is the one that punk rockers use to, and I dented it. That's how angry I was.
your cat in the back is just like
Odd flex, but okay.
I'm guessing you missed a 99% shot. Yeah. There is a
No, I didn't miss a 99% shot. I accidentally moved the wrong character. Yeah. Anyway, welcome.
Wait, but was it like the whole thing where you can't like undo or there's no saves coming?
Oh yeah, I only play an Iron Man.
Okay.
I don't-
Well, that's
I mean,
well, that's just your fault.
yeah,
Whose
it's
fault
my
is that?
fault. It's my fault. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not claiming it's not my fault, but that's what I do. Oh man.
Iron Man roll a little too serious.
Listen,
I only get fired. Don't ever.
that's what it is. That's what it is.
True role player.
Exactly.
No, Ducat is right. Ducat's
Oh my
right.
God.
That game is notorious for like shit RNG.
Yeah.
But,
Okay. All right.
Yeah, listen. This is not about my perilous XCOM journeys. Okay, this is
I mean, we can
about
make it
we're
but-
doing a
Perilous
new.
Halcyon journey.
Yeah, we're doing Perilous Halcyon City Journeys. Welcome to the new show, everybody. If you wanted to get in on a new table story show lately, this is just now starting up today. We're doing character creation. We're doing setting creation. We're making everything happen today for the characters, and we hope you guys will participate in things and give us some cool opinions. If you've got some cool ideas about the stuff that we're talking about, feel free to chime in. We want you guys to participate. We want you guys to be a part of this world. We want you to feel included.
It's your world too, citizens.
Exactly. So why don't we go around the room? Let's introduce our players.
I'm sorry. Don't look at me like that, Goobs.
Oh, that's what my face looks like when brain cells died.
Oh!
Yikes from me. Thanks.
As the kids would say, oof.
Oof.
Big off there, bud. Big off.
It's a
Big
big
off.
Big off. I'm sorry, Wack. I'm sorry.
Why don't
were
we
saying.
why don't we get started with some player introductions? Jay, you want to start us off?
Hello there, buds. It's me. I'm going to be playing Grandfather Bob, the son, grandfather's second cousin's uncle of Kid Canucks, Captain Canucks, mother's, father's, daughter's son. And he will be played by me, Jay Brotato, currently streaming Path of Exile all the time. How are all of you?
Thank you, Jay. Thank
That
you.
was the best intro I've ever done, Wack. Come on.
It was a
was
very
pretty
solid
It was
intro.
good. I'm
Thank
proud.
Very solid
Solid.
intro.
Thank you so much.
Very solid. And Dan, you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. Hey, I'm Domestic Dan, cooking streamer, and was on last Mask campaign as Jack Gray. And I'm excited to play someone happy this season.
Oh, okay. Let's see how long that lasts.
Okay. All right.
Dare you?
All right.
I am a happy person at
You're
heart.
like edgier than I am.
Don't give me that look. Dude. Fuck.
He was just like, no, he is. If I had a
looking at
sippy
it,
mode, I'd be using it right now.
Wait, we
Uh,
should just go
Say
ahead.
tables too stiff.
We should just go ahead and play this
Sorry. Oh, yeah. Play the clip. I want to see it.
right away. No, I'm not playing the clip on the stream.
Playing this fucking
no.
music already. I swear to God, if Jack doesn't get a new sad song, I want all of you guys to riot until he does. Okay?
No,
one chance until we get a new sad song.
I'm attached to the music.
It's instant tears. It's the best thing ever. I don't even have to try.
No, every time I hear it,
actually
my reaction
working.
is this. Every time I hear it, my reaction is just, oh, this shit again. Okay.
That's great. Thank you so much, Dan. Goobers.
Yeah, no problem.
Hi. Fuck. I'm Goobers515. I played Sam Sonic or fucking Phonic Fighter last season, and Sam Washington is a Phonic Fighter, and my character this season is gonna be a surprise.
Excellent.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's what you get.
PB, would you like to go next?
Yes. Hello. Hi, I'm Pumpkin. Last season, I played Estrella. This season, I'm playing hopefully something that you guys create with me. So also a surprise. And yeah, I'll just pass it along so that we can go ahead and play.
Thank you.
You're
Vio.
welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry.
That's the most BO intro.
I feel like you should have thrown the penguin. That was with such fear that you introduced yourself.
Him. My name is Vio. I was doing variety, but now I'm addicted to Overwatch, so I'm doing a lot of Overwatch. I played Lucy last season, and this season I'm playing Penguin Overlord.
Ooh.
I'm kidding. I'm not.
Oh, that would be cool.
I don't even know if penguins exist in this world. So
That is,
Wow, that's
oh,
dark.
they're extinct.
Yeah, there's no
gone.
way.
I mean,
There's no way.
I wouldn't put it
you
past
want
me.
to talk dark? Last
The only
season,
thing sacred is owls.
Truth.
Have you-
Hey, this is your doing, Vio. You're the one that brought it up.
do penguins exist?
You'll have to wait and find out.
Oh,
Look at that
I know what my quest is now.
Yes, thank you, everybody. I'm Wacksteven, and I will be the GM of Doom. I will be dragging the players kicking and screaming through the campaign. This is all new campaign, all new characters, all new setting, and everything. Yeah, today's character creation, today's setting creation, we're gonna kind of get things started for everybody, and we'll go over some of the classes because these guys were playing characters in Identity Crisis for a long time, and we want to make sure that they've kind of got their options open here. I think there's a few people that have some like ideas already. So today, how shall we start? I guess I kind of want to talk a little bit about the setting first and what we're doing with that. And I figure maybe we can sort of go over the playbooks, just a quick little blurb about each playbook option, and maybe like what people are thinking after that. But then we'll come back to the actual character creation part. So we'll give people some time to kind of figure things out. So the setting here for this show is in the future. We are doing a big time skip from the way things were in Identity Crisis. We are 20 years in the future. And we have experienced a lot of things with Halcyon City. There were a few like big events that happened over that time. First and foremost, Halcyon City is not what you'd think it would be at the moment. For all intents and purposes, on the outside, it looks like a utopia. It looks perfect. It looks amazing on the outside. On the inside, there are big problems. There are people getting kidnapped off the streets. There are people that try to be counter to the culture that are just removed from society. And it's no big fuss. It's no major thing. Everyone just kind of goes on with their lives. There are a few people that assume it's some sort of conspiracy theory. There are some people that believe it. There are some people that just try to live their normal lives as if nothing's happened. But what has happened is that the Tangi, a avian-like group of aliens, have essentially taken over from behind the scenes. They are allies to the people of Earth, and they have enriched the culture. They've solved so many of the world's problems, such as hunger and worrying about clean water. They've solved all these problems that humanity's been worried about for so long. Energy crisis, everything's taken care of. But that's just the outside. That's just for the public. There are all kinds of secret dealings and things that are happening. And chief amongst them is that there are no more large populations of superheroes. There isn't a massive crowd of them flying through the streets and saving everyone from every possible danger. They've dwindled down to almost nothing. There are still superheroes, but they are hunted down. by the Tangi. They are essentially taken to who knows where. There are rumors about such things. There are conspiracy theories, much like the natural events that are going on through Halcyon City that everyone kind of sees in plain sight and either ignores it or just accepts it. Whatever. But superheroes, vigilantism, is outlawed. That's the major change here. There are people that resist. There is the resistance. It still exists. It's still there. And you are a part of it. You are a part of the resistance. The people that don't believe that the Tangi are here just to save the world, to fix all of our problems, you know better. For whatever reason it is, whatever playbook you choose, you are new to the resistance. So, as far as the playbooks go, I've put a handout in the handout section of various changes to playbooks. And this is more ideology than anything, like the ideas behind the character that are really changing. There's no mechanics that really get changed. It's just purely what is happening with the hero. And it might change your mind about picking it in this setting. Some of the heroes will be very hard to play in this setting because of their nature and the way that their powers and things work. So think about that when you're thinking about your heroes. So I'll just do a quick little overview of all the playbooks, and we can maybe talk about some ideas you guys have, and we'll go from there. Let's go through the core playbooks. These are the ones that were available in Identity Crisis. This is the basic playbooks that are available with masks. The Beacon has no superpowers. They're kind of like the plucky, sort of happy-go-lucky character that wants to be involved. They want to be included with the superheroes. They want to know what being a superhero is like, and they do their best to do that. They are a ray of hope, a ray of light in this sort of negative utopia that's been created here with Halcyon City. The Bull is a sort of like tanky muscle character. This is the person that rides high on emotions. They are very, very emotional, but they have a lot of power. They have a lot of sort of resistance to attacks. They're quick to anger, but like also quick to sadness, etc. They're just a very emotional kind of person. The Delinquent, pretty self-explanatory. They hate towing the line. This is a great setting for a Delinquent. Nobody has to play one, but it fits super easily in this kind of setup. The Doomed. I think everybody knows what that class is from Identity Crisis, pretty much. Although Dan played his Doomed like a Scion, I think.
Yeah.
But if they didn't watch Identity Crisis, please summarize what is the Doomed.
Sure. The Doomed is a character that has an overhanging doom about them. They get their powers from something that is extremely powerful, but is also their inevitable demise on the horizon. It's a thing that is sort of potentially ambiguous that will sort of catch up with them. This is the class that's, when it's introduced into the game, has that feeling of death brought into the game. It sort of brings things down a little bit. It's the emo choice. That's what it is. And let's see. Next, we've got the Janus. The Janus is the hero that's trying to keep some normalcy about their superhero life. They're trying to live in both worlds, both a superhero and a regular person, and all that sort of goes along with it. They're worried about their family, they're worried about their school, they're worried about their regular life just as much as their superhero scenario, and they're trying to balance everything. The Legacy, that is a character with a storied lineage. This is a person that has some sort of ancestry, or they come from a line of superheroes, and they've gotten their powers from that. There's a lot of pressure that's sort of thrown upon them to succeed. The Nova, extreme power and extreme risk. The Nova is the person that has just immense power that could change the very fabric of reality, but could also destroy it. They are unstable. The Outsider is not from here. It's also, just an FYI, in case anyone's thinking about, not a Tangi. It ruins the flavor of the Outsider if you decide to go with the sort of, if you wanted to play as a Tangi. The Protege is somebody that had a mentor. They were trained to be skilled. Their special abilities comes from skills and training, and they are very much connected to their mentor. The Transformed, they have been changed physically. They've been mutated some way. They can't hide in plain sight. Their powers are present when you look at them. You see that person is different. They have their powers are apparent, and you can't really hide it. Getting now into the expansion playbooks, we had these available on Identity Crisis. The Reformed is a former villain that saw the light. The Newborn is a brand new being. They see the world through a child's eyes. They've sort of just come into things, and they're extremely naive, and they're trying to cope with that. The Innocent is a time traveler from the past. They are a young version of a present-day villain before they went bad. The Star, focused about drawing attention to yourself. That's one of those classes that will be really hard to play in this setting. If you want to do that, I'm not restricting any classes. You guys can choose what you want. Just understand that you might not be able to take full advantage of certain aspects of your playbook if you play certain classes here. The Joined, they are a partner to a different hero. They share some abilities with the hero that they are joined to. So somebody else in the group would choose a hero, and you can say, I'm going to be joined to this person, and you make sure that you're both okay with it. And you sort of take some of their powers. There's a few other special joined powers, but they work as a team. They work as partners. They're very much all about the connection that they share. And now into the new expansion playbooks that we did not have available from the Aegis playbooks. The Brain, the smartest kid in the room, lots of inventions. You can think about Brainiac or Ozymandias, those kinds of characters. Those are the Brain characters. They rely on extreme intellect. The Soldier. This is an agent of Aegis. This is a character that is highly trained and under orders. That's kind of the difference between, say, a protege or a beacon. This is somebody that's under orders. They are somebody that's adhering to the mission parameters. And the Unbound playbooks, where this show gets its name from. The Harbinger is a time traveler from the future with scrambled memories. They sort of have the opposite take on the Innocent. They come from the future, and they're trying to prevent something. They can't quite figure everything out. Their memories have gotten messed up from the time travel. The Nomad. They bounce between space, time, and all in between. They are travelers. They have seen some weird stuff. The Scion, child of a true villain, and they are trying to prove themselves to be different. Trying to prove themselves to be different. So,
They're all so cool.
They're all very, very cool.
Yep.
I guess we'll just kind of hop into things. Does anything kind of jump out for people?
Yes.
Yep.
I think
Oh my
I
God,
actually think it's
Theo.
only fair that you pick first because you were the last character in on
Yeah.
the last.
Ah, no.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's also a collective
Yeah.
thing.
Go.
So tell us
We've
your
all
ideas.
Okay,
Yeah.
Go.
so my character is going to be the delinquent. Its name is going to be, or her name is going to be Trix. I already know what abilities I want.
Wow.
Okay. Well,
I want.
well, listen. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up. Calm it down. Simmer down now. Okay.
Dude, my DMs have been
Just
going crazy.
dial it back a little bit, Vio. Calm it down. Just calm it down. So Vio's thinking delinquent.
Yes.
No
Now
one
let's-
else pick it or else.
I already have it all planned out.
Now, okay.
Tricks are for kids.
That's fine.
Really?
I want to just keep in mind. I want this to be a
Trick is a
collective.
kid.
I want to keep this. I want to keep this as a collective thing. I want chat to chime in and get some perspective, add some perspective on things. I also want the
You're all
other.
wrong unless you agree, Chad. Let it be known.
Oh man, that was
Oh,
fucking
this
hilarious.
is gonna be great.
So Vio's thinking delinquent. Anybody else have any thoughts?
Yep.
I
Go,
have
Goobs.
backups. Don't worry.
Goobs, you
Goobers?
were the next one who was like, yeah, do it.
I want to be the brain.
Dude, yes, you would make a
I'm gonna
Yes.
be so happy with your character.
great.
I love
we're
it.
gonna fucking hate you. for this campaign.
No, I don't want that. Don't. Okay, I will say, don't make a character that everyone will hate again.
Oh, again?
But like, no.
Oh,
The
the truth
beginning
comes
with like
out.
the hi, I'm Thonic Fighter. Everybody should love
That's true.
me."
You went for everyone to hate you at the beginning.
That's
Big
right. And it
Can we get
changed
some
and
murder
evolved.
hobos in the chat? That was
Yeah,
some.
right? That's fucking savage.
If you have any
Murdered.
if you have any backs or anything, just put the murder
Listen.
hobo next to a
Okay,
back.
listen.
I mean,
You know what I'm trying to say. I want your character to be loved. I want
Some murder hobos and some goob cries. That'll do it.
Yeah, right.
wow.
Can we get some Brad trashes so we can take out the body? Jesus Christ.
Body bag.
Holy shit.
Jesus
Fucking
Christ.
sirens are going on in the background too.
Yeah, I know.
Dreamer dies.
It's pretty rude, I have to say.
Dreamer dies from the biggest off of his life.
There was 2 ambulance, man. Jeez.
Okay, so Goobers is thinking brain.
Yep.
Okay. Anybody else want to go next?
I don't know, man.
These are
Harbinger.
rough. You
I
don't
have a backup.
Yeah.
I can
Harbinger
We'll
looks
come back.
really
We're gonna come
cool.
back to this. We're gonna
I've
come back to
got a
this.
couple ideas.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you think?
I was thinking soldier or beacon.
Ooh, cool.
All right, now, hold on now.
Those are like the most Dan picks I've ever seen.
What?
I
Well,
love it. That's not me. I
the
just love it.
soldier I would say is actually not, but I like it. Like I
Right.
know it's not
Yeah,
bad.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
a good thing, right? I think the soldier is great. The beacon, however, all right. Now remember, you didn't want. Okay, I don't know if you were saying you didn't want another character to be created like Sam, or you didn't want.
No, I
me
was
to
saying.
bring another one because
I was saying
Beacon is
you don't
literally-
make. I was talking about you. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because I was saying Beacon is literally just the I mean, like.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know.
When we
Again,
were
I wanna
talking
make-
in the WIC
You can
meeting
play
about
it
the
differently,
Geek
though.
Boy, like.
What are you
like,
trying to say?
The beacon is 100%.
What are you trying to say?
Oh yeah.
Beacon is
No,
like
I was saying.
Dan,
don't-
the
you were like
beacon is
everyone's
very
gonna hate
happy.
me.
No.
Yeah.
I wasn't saying that.
Positive character.
No.
Yeah.
I'm down. I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Oh my
Because
god.
He was like,
please.
don't make
I'm
another
sorry.
annoying character. And I'm like, wait, but that's.
Wait a minute.
Good
It says the
job.
beacon acts as a ray of hope and delight. Please, Dan. Please, I challenge you.
That's why I was like, maybe that one.
That's why I was
Listen,
like,
you.
what you trying to say there?
Listen,
yeah.
you.
Chat's got it, man. I should play the Doomed because I'm gonna be dead by the end of this campaign. We're just gonna go like
What?
we're gonna be 5 hospital trips in.
No.
Oh come
Can
on!
you not?
Are you just like Grandpa Bob, just like on dialysis?
Was that
Everyone, how's it going? Yeah. The only thing I can absorb is 4 Excedrins a day there, bud.
Oh God.
I don't know. Harbinger looks really cool, man.
It's like prune juice, like your Popeye spinach type
That's a
thing,
superpower.
like
Well, prune juice.
that, or like Pedialyte, like
Google
either
like
way.
a picture of buff Deckard Cain, and that would be Grandpa Bob.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Stay a while and listen.
Stay a while and listen there, bud.
I mean, God, the old pervert from Dragon Ball when he like
Master
Like
Roshi?
35.
you Master Roshi. Yeah.
Literally Roshi.
According to Brad, Bob would only be 35.
Woo!
Yeah, Bob would be like 35.
You guys are still kids. You guys are kids.
Oh,
you guys are
Are we
kids.
doing, like,
You're not adult heroes.
What's the age range here? Is it like 18? Are we going like a little older?
I think we're like
Are we still like
15.
14?
So
right?
you weren't 14 last season.
No, we were
Um,
like 17.
we were like
Yeah,
17.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys were ranged 16 to 18 last season, I think, or of Identity
And
Crisis.
Two.
I want our mentor to be Master Roshi. So bad.
So so Jay said Harbinger was cool, but no solid choices. PB, do you have any ideas?
All of
'Cause
mine have been mentioned, so I'll just fill.
What? Hey,
I'll
listen.
Let chat help me decide.
I think you should be able to
I think
say
it'd
your
be fun.
ideas too.
What were the ones that you were thinking that got filled?
Soldier, Brain, and the Time Travelers. Any one of those.
Oh,
Both
really?
of them. Both of them are great. But yeah, I
Which one is
actually
the
do
one
want to
from the
try to do something different this time and see if chat will help build the character, because that'll
Sure.
do something that I don't expect, and that should be fun to try to roleplay.
Chat, what are your ideas for PB to play?
Yeah.
Most
Make a
rewarding
poll.
thing I could say when doing RP stuff is forcibly making a character
Yeah.
that you've never played before.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think
Well,
that'll be fun.
The Innocent is like, there's no reason there couldn't be 2 time travelers. The Innocent is kind
That's
of
true.
can be like
All I see is just drunk toddlers everywhere. You know what I would like to see? I'd like
Would
to
the outsider be
play
too
a-
similar to
play
Estrella?
a character that's like mean.
Would an outsider be too similar
yeah.
to Estrella? No, Estrella was a newborn.
Yeah.
Okay, I would love to see you play an outsider.
I would
Oh,
like
for
I would
PB.
like PB to see PB play a mean character, because I don't think she's
Oh,
mean.
a mean
enough.
character.
Oh,
That would
God.
kind of be fun.
Protege for PB.
Protege.
Protege is cool.
Oh my God.
We got a
I
little
was
bit of
looking at
everything so
Protege
far.
all of season 1. They look really cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
that was like my third, but I just
Yeah.
it was interesting.
Brad mentions
One was
Cable. Cable would fall under the
Cable.
Harbinger.
Yeah, Cable. I keep
yeah.
thinking Cable when I think Harbinger.
He's
But
like a cross between a Harbinger and a soldier.
Scion would
Yeah.
be cool.
yeah, PB
It's-
Scion would be really
Yeah, that would be kind of cool too.
Yeah,
because it's
Scion-
not the same. Like from what I read on the sheet there, it doesn't feel like the thing with Jack. It kind of feels like a
Yeah, Nomad looked pretty cool too.
it's the
actually.
conflict
They
that
all look
Jack
amazing.
had,
yeah,
but
like
not the character at all.
yeah.
Yeah.
I am kind of curious though. Like I'm such the contrarian. I'm just like I see like the kind of characters that like PB plays, and then I also see them like, what is completely opposite of that? What about like the bull?
I wanted to play the bull last season, so
Then
I
play
don't
the bull
know.
this
I feel
season.
like
Do it.
I feel like it would be too. Yeah, I don't know. I want to shy away from it this time, just because I ended up playing Estrella more bull-like. Like she would charge in and she would like attack, so I kind of want to try
yeah.
something a little bit
Right.
different. So, and I pulled a
Well-
lot of moves when she leveled up from the bull. So
Oh,
I
you did.
got to do
Okay.
that. Yeah, I did.
The key thing with the bull is it works a little bit like the joined. The bull has it's got like a love-hate relationship with characters in the group.
Yeah.
So there's a love interest that you make as the bull,
Get
It's
off
kind of
of me.
cool.
Okay.
which is a
Also,
really
but
interesting.
They're very emotional.
Yeah.
Ah,
That's
man,
like-
Harbinger's got some.
It's already what I am. Protege looks kind of cool. I don't know. I'll keep thinking about it.
Protege. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't-
So I wanted to let this marinate a little bit because I don't want
Yes.
anybody to just slam the button down on the choice
Except
right
for
away.
Vio did it.
No, I
Dude,
thought
the
really
entire
hard
time,
about
the
this.
entire time she was
I
like, "Oh my god,
thought
this! Oh my god, this!
really-
Oh my god, that! Oh my god! Oh my god, the delinquent! Oh my god, her name is Trix!" Ah! And then like that was like 30 messages in the gym chat to me.
PB, please play third gen.
I sped ran through the characters. And
Yeah, too much AGDQ.
on the lacrosse team.
So we can talk. Why don't we talk
I
a little bit
analyzed.
about like I guess some of the setting stuff, and we can sort of establish. There's a few things that are definitely in it, and then there's some stuff that I want us to all sort of talk about as a group that we will put in the world and the setting. Number one, there are 2 locations that are a part of the Resistance. And I was thinking that they would be the same place in one way. I just always loved the whole thing from lots of different sort of comic books, like especially like Justice, like the Justice League, of having a space station as kind of like the headquarters. I always thought that was super cool, where they could just teleport somebody down to the planet or whatever. And that's kind of what I did, like as the foreshadowing thing at the end of Identity Crisis. I just love that idea. I think it's cool, and I'd love to see something like that. It's not set in stone, but we need a headquarters. We also need a Phoenix Academy, a place where you guys are learning to be superheroes. I actually want the school part of this in this season to actually be you guys learning to be superheroes. I'd like to do something a little bit like the X Mansion kind of thing going on, which is a little bit different than last season. Last season it was you trying to learn how to be adults as opposed to trying to learn how to be superheroes, and you just kind of did it through your experience. But I want to have something where you guys actually learn how to be superheroes. So I want to set up like teachers and stuff that you guys have, except these are like superhero teachers or members of Aegis or whatever, as as faculty that are actually trying to help you with your powers and things like that. So yeah, those are two locations to work out. They can be the same place, they can be different. We can work that out, and we can figure out how exactly they're hidden. And yeah, so that's going to be something important that we have to figure out. Then as far as some important events, like the history aspect of things that happened in this 20-year time span, I want to sort of talk a little bit about where the heroes went. Like, how did they just go away? And we can sort of try and figure that out. Or maybe that's something that we figure out as we progress through the story. It could be something that's like history that's kind of explored, and you guys are kind of...
I love that idea. Sorry to interrupt
Sure.
you, but I love the idea of we learn history one way, but then we find out that it's actually been...
Oh, there's definitely re-education. There's education centers. I mean, you guys go to
man.
Okay,
school.
yeah, I love that. I
But
love
you guys
that.
are straight up indoctrinated, like when you go
Okay.
through this whole process. Like you,
Damn.
yeah.
Yes. Sorry. I'm in.
Oh my god, yes. Somebody in the chat said sky high.
Nobody's ever gonna complain when you get excited, PB. That's amazing. Everybody's happy when that
So
happens.
sorry for having emotions. Okay. Somebody sky high. Love that concept.
Yeah. I want to also talk about the role of supervillains, because there are still supervillains besides the Tangi. We talked a little bit about that in Identity Crisis near the end. There are supervillains that work with the Tangi that sort of help them get their foothold in society, and that have taken advantage of that foothold and become very prominent figures in society because of it.
Can I just ask this? Is Dr. Gray still around?
Oh.
This gray matter industry is still around. I just need to know if I died in vain, okay? I just have to know.
No comment.
God
No.
damn you, Whack! No.
Really?
That makes me
Really?
so sad, but also so happy at the same time. Oh,
What did we fight for, man?
everything is meaningless. Okay, all right, I'm ready.
And then I want to talk about Aegis itself as part of the resistance and how they have eyes and ears in the culture, like how they do that and what their position is in the culture. Do people still know about Aegis? Do they think that Aegis is the enemy? What's their relation to all of this? I want to figure that out. And I think some stuff that is already established is that the Tangi are seen as the saviors of Halcyon City, the saviors of the world, because of the indoctrination, because of various events that have happened throughout the last 20 years. And the fact that they've sort of solved world hunger and the need for clean water and they've solved a lot of problems that we focus on today in the energy crisis. And they definitely have some sort of fleet in space for sure. That's like there and always like a bit oppressive as well. You know, it's out there in space. You know, I want that to be kind of like the thing. And it's always ominous. It's always ever present. It's there. And the Tangi go relatively unseen. They are mostly a minor presence in everyday society. People will talk about them, but they're not just like walking down the street. They're not just like interacting with people. Only at like major events would you see them. You know, it's like those trust building workshop kind of moments. You know what I mean? Where they're like talking to the mayor or the president or whatever. That's kind of the way that it is. So does anyone have any ideas for any of this stuff? If you want to chime in, feel free. If you want to, could be anything.
So where the heroes went, the heroes were embraced by the new government and added to the military.
Now this could be something that we also learn as we go on through the story. We don't have to necessarily talk about this now. I just wanted to throw all these ideas out at you guys. Do we want to keep this a sort of thing that gets developed? Obviously, PB has expressed her interest in sort of having it be something that we learn.
Just the indoctrination aspect of it, where we have, like, publicly, we are told that the heroes were brought into the military as more of a military kind of thing and had died on missions and were glorified, but there are no more because they all perished in battle.
Can I make a really weird suggestion?
No.
Okay, I'm going to do it anyway. Thanks, Whack. I actually am intrigued by the idea that when you're indoctrinated as heroes, when you're younger, it's taught that powers are bad and that you are like, that's not a good thing. And you need to learn to control it and not, you know, because heroes are killed because they, you know, heroes are bad guys, basically. There is no history anymore saying that heroes were ever a thing.
It's like a mutation. Like mutants sort of thing.
Yeah.
Can we justify the fact that, like, there is no history anymore as far as, like, it's only been 20 years.
Oh yeah, they've indoctrinated us, right?
Yeah. Well,
Right,
and
but
anybody who
indoctrination
speaks
takes
out goes
time.
missing, right? All
Okay,
that
right,
takes,
right.
like no time at all for, you know, people that stand out and say this was our history. And now we get like, it'd be really cool to see people on the street, you know, shouting out about that. And you're like, oh, that's just a crazy person talking about, you know, the way things were. And then they're gone like 2 days later, right? I think that's very interesting.
It's like it's like the conspiracy theory
Yeah.
movie.
I love conspiracies.
I mean, it's also possible too, like there were power dampening stuff. Perhaps
Yeah.
power dampeners were put throughout the entire city, and Aegis is one of the few organizations that can have nullifiers or something.
Or they can have detectors to see where heroes are, extract them, before they're shown, because they can't use their powers, but potentially people would live their entire life not knowing that they had powers.
Right. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
they would live under the umbrella of the power dampeners.
No powers are being shown ever, so therefore they don't have them.
Yeah, and Aegis has like the technology to detect them and try to pull some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, these
It's
are
also
all.
like it's also like there's a really good point of like tension there where Aegis could go and they just kidnap kids. Like
Ooh.
like we've just been kidnapped.
This is dark.
Because it is, but like think about it. Like,
I love it.
are they gonna tell their family? What if the family snitches on Aegis?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh man! I just imagine this like this whole family before my eyes just like unraveled, where they have a firstborn and then the firstborn gets taken, but then they can't say anything. They just pray that their next kid isn't a fucking hero mutant. Oh God, I love it. Oh, it's so dark.
I did see also a reason why past heroes were gone is a basically a hero killing virus that was released by the aliens. Something just killed off all the heroes or a majority of them.
Mm-hmm. Could be an idea too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, though, how would the Tangi spin that to make it, because like they're the saviors.
They don't have
but
to.
then
They just
they don't-
control the media. They don't have to do it. They don't have to do
Just
anything.
like we killed them off. They never existed. Or yeah,
well,
they
is
left.
this like the Tangi are like they're publicly aliens, or are they like humans? Like
They were publicly aliens when we last
Okay.
left off.
Because I
was
thought
like,
it'd be
aliens are here to work with
interesting,
us.
Like we just thought everything was like fine, and it was like everything's okay, and then behind the scenes,
The Tangi saved us from the heroes.
yeah. But then like everything is still human, and it's like the heroes are the only ones that could actually compete with the Tangi.
Mm.
Like I like the idea that they got sold off. I feel like if they're like stealing children, that's like really we're in for like a dark
Well,
story.
it doesn't have to be
We're gonna
like,
go in, like,
if it's a
caves
known
with
thing
eggs
and
and
like
shit.
we were kidnapped as kids, raised like we've had 15 plus years or whatever, not 15, whatever. We've had
Yeah.
many years to deal with that fact, and there could be some residual like resentment for Aegis, but there could also be like, no, it's for the better, right? It's a point of contention that like it could be an issue, it might not be an issue, but it's like this like trivial point where it's like, because all right, so I guess to play that out, to abstract that out, to avoid the kind of potentially dark nature of that, is there a way that you can go about making it so Aegis can detect heroes, pull them out as kids who have families, and not have an issue with the Tangi knowing?
I mean, it could be
Oh, is Shield not on the Tangi side, or not Shield? Sorry, Aegis.
Aegis is against Tangi.
yeah,
Sorry, okay,
Aegis,
okay,
Aegis
okay,
are
my
part
bad.
of the resistance.
Okay,
Yeah.
my bad.
Yeah.
I missed that.
Yeah, I mean, you guys.
Probably work then, yeah.
I mean, I
Aegis-
feel like it also could be as easy as your parents get a letter, you're selected to go to the reform school.
Oh, it's
right?
like Hogwarts.
Yeah, but
Yes.
except
It
the
could be
opposite, like you got
Superhero Hogwarts.
Yeah,
It could. Well,
could-
what if it was like if you ever had like a let's say an outburst of powers as a kid,
Yeah.
right? The Tangi would take you away, but then like if there was an outburst of powers, Aegis would try and like swoop in and take the kid first.
yeah,
And bring
exactly.
him back to, as Chats called it, Hogwarts.
Yeah, Hogwarts.
It could be
So,
that
like
like,
the
the
Tangi are like
parents are.
they're coming
Yeah.
in, right? And then
So
Oh yeah.
Aegis comes in with the X-Men jet, beeps
So-
him up and goes away.
yeah, and then parents are usually pressuring kids to not show or exhibit any powers whatsoever.
Yeah.
Maybe the parents contact Aegis. There's like an underground, which would
Yeah,
be why
like,
there aren't
hey.
tons of
Yeah.
heroes.
People-
Because otherwise, Aegis might
we're
have gotten
getting-
more.
We're getting questions. How can there be a hero academy if heroes are kidnapped and society is brainwashed to see heroes as a bad thing? Because
this
this is
isn't
a
Disney.
comic book.
Hogwarts.
This is a comic book, guys. It's a comic book. How does anything happen in a comic book? I'm
Well, like,
literally
So
reading.
wait,
It's magic. If you
So
have
wait.
the mutant genome, then eventually at some age the brainwashing wears off. Bam!
sorry, I thought that we were going to school like a Tangi school.
No,
like
no,
to-
no.
Okay.
The Phoenix Academy is
Okay.
is the resistance controlled
So the school's
encouragement.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
resistance controlled enforcement
So we're like
for the
soldiers going
superheroes.
to
Okay.
war, basically.
Okay. So all right then. we
Training people to
avoided-
fight against the Tangi.
We're soldiers going to war. Cool.
So it's like okay, and it's like a boarding school because I imagine we
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to go back and see our families. We've just disappeared.
No, it's done. Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
So maybe it could be even a mix too. Like the families they know they can go and get the kid quickly. They will. Sometimes
Yeah.
parents to find a way to reach out to them, being like they're
I think-
displaying powers, and I
I
don't
like
want
that
I
idea.
don't want to lose them.
yeah.
You
I
guys,
think that the parents have to like reach out, and then they have to have somebody at Aegis that's willing to wipe records of the child as if the child has never existed, and then they can't. See
I
the kid
really,
again.
I
That's
really,
really cool.
I really want to play up the idea that sort of reaching out to your parents is very difficult. And if
Yeah.
somebody wants to play the Janus, I think it's a great opportunity to sort of play this class that has extremely difficult ties to their family and their regular life. They have some kind of connection to it, but they have to deal with the situation where, oh my God, I'm in this Phoenix Academy. I'm learning how to do stuff I never knew I could do, and it's so awesome. But you know, my sister or my mother, my father is having all these problems or whatever. You know, like you have to worry about that. So it's, to me, that would be super appealing to play in this setting.
Professor Wacksteven, I'm so sorry. I just saw that. It was one of those things that I couldn't read out loud. Could not. I
Oh
can't
my
do
God,
James
Red.
again,
Oh
guys.
my God, Red. What if Jay plays Owen the baby?
Oh my God.
Ah!
No, Jason.
Owen, the 27-year-old baby.
Oh.
No, he's not playing that because Owen's way too old at this point.
way too old.
No,
yeah.
but
Okay.
it's only been 20 years, right? Owen would be like 24.
Out of the age range. Out of the
Way
age
too old.
range.
Fuck yeah, way too old.
Owen time travels
Damn it.
Yeah.
into the future.
Ah! What a time travel! We got
I mean, if I played Harbinger,
We got a
Harbinger,
horseshoe Owen
wouldn't I
in the
be a little
story.
bit older by default? Because, oh no, I guess I
No.
would. I don't know.
No, you're just traveling from the future.
You're Trunks,
go.
dude. You're Trunks.
Oh,
I don't watch CBZ. I'm sorry.
You
not
want to be
even
what?
abridged.
He doesn't watch DBZs. Said.
Never done
Oh.
it. Never done it.
He's a time traveling Super Saiyan. Done.
That's. I mean, yeah.
There you go.
You just said words.
That's it. Purple
With a
hair.
pair of shorts. I've always. Yep.
It's a pair of shorts
Pair of shorts.
from the future.
Got a sword.
Or janitor or
With a
something.
sword.
Cool. Chat.
It is not a piece of meat. God damn it.
$10 on the Patreon. Make Owen an NPC. All right.
Make do
Somewhere.
it. Do it. I'm not even asking.
There's going to be like
Fucking do
10
it.
of them now.
I would.
Owen the
I would
baby.
have
Yeah,
a
Owen
whole
got
army
cloned.
of
That's
Owen
his-
the
Hi,
baby.
Owen.
That's
Hi,
his superpower.
I'm Owen. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
a super base, just clones of Owen.
Yeah. I'm Haagen-Dazs. Wait, I'm Owen.
Sort of thinking about that, there is an
Into the Owen verse.
so there is an old guard, and
What?
Yeah,
Guard?
There is
Or
an old
Garg?
no guard.
Okay, I didn't hear. I'm sorry. I didn't
Guard.
know. Enunciation.
What's a
my
guard?
dear.
Like a
That's why I
gargoyle?
was like, what? What?
The old guard.
Back up.
Oh.
Aye, matey, aye. So
The old guard.
there's an
no,
old
that's-
guard. There are heroes that have made it through. I would like Poloculus to be one of them. Now, I don't want to talk about it right now. I want each of you that had characters that survived from Identity Crisis to message me privately. Don't talk about it now. But message me if you want your character to still be part of this old guard.
Oh.
That's entirely up to you guys. if you, I don't want you to feel any pressure or anything like you have to do it, or you don't do it. But please go ahead and as Patreons too. No, Ellen Dare, no, no. Please, God, no. No more vape heroes.
I'm dead.
If you submit a vape hero, I'm just clicking delete. Okay? You have wasted your $10 at that point.
You knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
You knew what you were fucking doing. All right? Fuck that shit. Fuck that character. It was awful.
Ass to door.
Oh,
Astador.
fucking ass door, man.
Oh,
Fucking ass
God.
door.
It was
Am I
atrocious.
slow, by the way?
A little bit.
A little bit? Okay.
You're good.
Is
A2D.
that better? Yeah.
Hey,
All right. Thanks. I figured.
Okay. So, do we want to lock in any heroes at this point?
Yeah, I'm
do.
down with the brain.
Or did you guys read the changes by chance? Look at the
I did.
changes for the hero that you were thinking about. There's a handout, Jay. Don't look confused. I mentioned it at the beginning.
Sorry. Okay. Okay.
I'm looking at the new. I'm looking at the
Don't
new,
look
the new-
confused, Jay. I did mention it, for fuck's sake.
I'm looking at the current links to the playbooks in Discord. Is that?
No,
go to-
there's a
No,
handout.
there's a handout.
Handout in the Roll20.
It says playbook changes.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Necro.
But yeah, look at to Jay.
What?
You're gonna. I'm gonna.
Oh my god.
I'm
Which
gonna
was
need those
his character? Which was
TPS
his?
reports.
Augur?
Oh god.
What happened to his? I don't remember.
Augur, the
Oh,
the-
that was the
Yeah.
one where I moment of truth and just went, but don't,
Yeah.
and she died immediately.
Died, yep.
Oh, I
It was
thought he
great.
meant I messed
Savaged.
up his character in ragtags or something,
Oh.
and I was like,
But yeah, look at the changes. There is some stuff to think about in this setting. And in case you guys are wondering about mechanics, chat, I
Jesus fuck.
have basically I've combined two aspects from the or two settings from the Unbound expansion that was released for Masks. I combined Iron Red Soldiers and I combined the Phoenix Academy stuff. So both things I'm kind of smashing together to make this, because I thought both were so cool. I was like, I want both of them. Why not? They can
Why
both
not?
work.
I'm whack. I can do what I want.
I do what I want. I don't care.
I'll take one.
Go for
You're gonna lock one in, okay?
Yeah. The innocent. If nobody else has changed their mind and wants that one, I'll take it.
Okay, awesome. Do we shall we help you build your character right now?
We want to do that after everyone else's, so we can
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
help
we
establish.
can all do it at
Sure,
the same
sure.
time. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna be the brain.
Do it.
Figured.
That'll be really cool.
Pro
That'll be really
BBs in the chat.
Yes, we have an emote for.
Yeah, the big brain. Yeah. BBs in the chat. Yeah.
The best.
That is so fucking you.
Yes.
You do something
Yes.
awesome, and we can throw that around.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm gonna spam that every time.
Also,
Well-
I just want everyone to know, we're not going to build my character right now, but I will tell you its name. His first name is going to be Rufus.
All right, Rufus.
Why
it
do
is.
I get the picture of like a giant golden retriever? Like that's my first
Oh,
thought.
no, it's the golden retriever with the science suit on. He's like, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Reading the,
Can you please be a mutant dog?
oh my god, is that possible? Like a pug?
That would be a,
Oh,
that'd be a
from Men in Black.
transformed. That would be a transformed
Oh,
more than
I'm not,
anything.
I'm not. All right, never mind. I'm gonna keep that to Zoom chat.
That'd be so funny.
Okay. Eyes on Zoom chat.
Theo, are you still all about that delinquent?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So Vio's locking in the delinquent.
Yeah, Clifford's brother.
Zoom chat.
I'm gonna do Harbinger.
Yup. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, my Discord would love that. Come on, dude.
Nope. Nope. That is a no zone for me.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, I understand.
I'm for it if you're into it. I am not.
I am doing. I'm going Harbinger.
Assuming direct control. I thought it was Harbinger, not Harbinger.
It's probably Harbinger.
Are you messaging? Are you supposed to be messaging me, Whack? That?
What?
Were you meaning to message me that?
Oh no.
Okay.
No, I've got like everybody messaging me right now on
You're
Zoom.
good. You're good.
Don't message me on Zoom. Like if you just send it
You
on
just
Discord.
said message you privately. And you want our hero to be alive.
You're right.
Okay?
You're right.
Time
You're right.
travelers from different
God
directions in
damn
time. Oh man.
Fuck.
Yeah.
PB and I already did a little.
Oh my God!
Little
So many
theory
messages.
crafting.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay, let's.
Did you
try
already
this
tell
again.
him, PB? Is that what the?
No.
Are you want to? Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
didn't tell him. Yeah. I
It's
didn't.
just.
Yeah.
Hey, can I
You know
have
everybody immediately was just like, is Wax sending Coop's nudes? Like,
Brain. What do we have?
No,
We
he's already got them all.
Brain, Harbinger, Delinquent,
do you think I look scarred all the time?
Innocent, and
Wow.
I haven't. I'm
Goops.
still.
Like PB was the only one that heard that, and then it just hear the chicken, the chickens chirp.
Is that the new? Last one was ducks. Now this is chickens. Every
They
session
just
we're gonna go.
chirp. They don't mock. They chirp. I don't know what that sounds like. There we go.
But I'm not even gonna try it. No.
Coops was already sent the whack pack. Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Genova, you're cut
That
off.
was well done.
Is that? Wait, is that the $100 tier on Patreon?
Um,
You think it's only worth $100? For fuck's sake, Dan! Come on.
That's $100 a month, Whack. Come on, that's $1,200 a year.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's $1,200 a year.
Yeah, then there's the
Is it though, Dan? Is it?
like each month they get just like a frame. They have to like.
Everybody,
Yeah.
did you know that Patreon? There's a table store on Patreon.
There's
Oh
not
my
names
God.
on there, we promise.
You can go there. The
But
wax
there's really
sack
cool
isn't there,
monsters.
but it's coming.
We've got some monster stuff from monster manuals. I made a goblin bouncing ball last month that deals damage based on however many times it moves and hits people. I think I added up a dungeon in there. Brad made some backgrounds for D&D 5th edition. We have our characters from Identity Crisis on there too, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you guys want to go see our characters and like play them yourselves in your own Masks game, you guys can go and pick that up and play them.
Yeah.
Mine was perfectly optimized for you.
And Jay's been getting plenty of ragtags NPCs.
So many.
It's funny. He keeps
many.
bragging on me about them. I put like 3 in, but I just keep forgetting to delete them from the sheet, so it just looks like there's a million.
Shameful, Jay.
I
Shameful.
have to put a 3-year-old drunk baby
No,
in ragtags.
what you
man. I don't
guys,
know how to do
what you
that.
guys really need to do. Brad is dying for
NPCs.
NPCs. He just needs. If you guys want to come up with like 50 NPCs for Darkfire, that would be great.
Not Owen.
I have a question.
You have
So
no
I
heart. You have no idea how hard Brad is clenching right now. At the-
I have the playbooks that have reformed, and then I have the brain, and I have the one with Nomad in it, but I think I'm missing one. Am I missing one?
All four.
You're
of them are
missing
just-
Harbinger and Scion. Look for the Unbound one.
yeah, it's the Unbound one. I put all the links
The
in
last
the
one.
in the Halcyon Unbound Discord.
Yeah, so I have that one, but I don't have the one with the innocent in it.
If you have reformed, just scroll down too.
It's the second
under
playbook.
Newborn.
Second playbook.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So
there it
did
is.
we,
Okay.
Yeah.
did we ever
Sorry.
settle on how we want to? Well, no, never mind. We're doing character stuff.
Yeah, I haven't. I would love input on if I would want to go beacon or soldier. Soldier fits pretty well because we are working directly with Aegis. Beacon would work fine too.
I'd
But-
love to hear
I mean,
everybody. I
Beacon
personally,
doesn't have.
I'd rather not comment. I'd love to hear what you guys.
Yeah,
have
no,
to
you
say.
don't.
I think-
Yeah.
I think
I
that
think-
Beacon would work really well with the brain because the Beacon doesn't have any superpowers in and of itself. It just has like things, and so the brain.
You could be my Q.
Yeah, dude, but like meta-wise, the soldier is so fucking good.
Yeah.
You get an extra label. You got a
That is
soldier
true.
label. And I feel like I'm the opposite here. I would like to see you play a soldier, not because it's great meta-wise, but I feel like you would do the commanding soldier thing, the contact with Aegis. Like that's like I
Chat.
feel like that's what you would want out of a game.
One word response: beacon or soldier for Dan. Do it.
I
If you're in
vote
the
soldier.
YouTube comments, do it anyways.
Oh, I should have gone with beacon because that's the joy one, right?
That is the joy one.
Yeah.
That is the joy. I meant beacon. I'm
But it's
changing.
also,
my
I
mind.
mean,
it looks like
Arrow,
it's soldier.
Arrow is a beacon, and he's not
That's a-
that, like
That's
a lot of
so
soldiers.
many
That's a
soldiers.
lot of soldiers.
That's a lot of soldiers.
That's a lot of soldiers.
I feel like you make a pretty good soldier too.
Okay, I can do that. I can do that.
Harbinger
I
has
like
a dope move.
I liked the idea of you being Q for the beacon, Goobs. That would have been a pretty neat dynamic. That doesn't mean you still can't do that for like.
Oh
an
no,
Age of
absolutely.
Seeing a lot
Okay.
of soldier. There's a bunch of beacons, but
There are a bunch. Soldier is drowning out the beacons.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Soldier it is then. I'll happily lock that in.
okay. Dan is playing the soldier.
Nice. Is that it? That's all of us. Yeah, we've all got it. Okay, this roll though, like this move is actually pretty awesome. You can spend a team point from the pool and allow them to unleash their powers, directly engage a threat, or defend someone using your superior as if it was their label. Is something that the Harbinger can do. So for like 1 team point, I guess I can offer +3 to someone's roll if they only have like a +1 or something. That's awesome.
I think Jay is more enamored with the soldier class than you, Dan.
Oh no, this is from Harbinger.
Oh, Harbinger. Sorry.
This is a Harbinger move. Yeah. Also, I do love how dope Soldier is. Yeah.
So are you locked in on Harbinger, Jay?
Yeah.
Harbinger for Jay. Alrighty. So it looks like everybody's locked in here. We have VO playing a Delinquent, Goobers playing the Brain, Dan playing the Soldier, Jay playing the Harbinger, and PB playing an Innocent. Very interesting. A character from the future and a character from the past. You guys should have character sheets that are already set up for you. A big shout out again to Etoile Lyon for being awesome and basically spending free time to make these character sheets for us. We took the original masks sheets that were from Roll20 and expanded on them. So you guys have 3 pages now of that character sheet. So you've got spaces for biography, notes,
So good.
and reprogram
Wait.
them so they added some much needed stuff for you guys to get put in there.
Wait, where is that?
Jay?
Because I
Oh,
see
nice.
everything looks to.
the
Oh,
yellow
the
tabs
backstory,
at
the
the top.
second page.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yellow tabs.
Hero name, your real name.
That's awesome, man. It's while you are awesome. Can we get some tables to love in the chat?
Did Jay? Jay's Zoom chat.
What?
Oh yeah,
I
no, you sent that to me, Goobers.
I can't. Yeah, I was gonna say I can't see
sorry,
anything.
hold on.
He's seen
Yeah,
it
thanks.
already.
There it is.
He's seen it
Oh,
already.
yes, he has. Okay.
Is this
Yeah.
Johnny?
Yeah, it's Johnny.
Johnny. Oh, God.
Johnny.
That's
Okay,
literally
if Johnny
perfect.
dies, I'm
I
making
thought you were
money.
talking about. I thought that was talking about like a buff
Right.
old Bob. Like.
No, no, that's
my
that's his
my
character from.
on Mondays.
Okay.
Monday.
That's Johnny Flash.
It's Roshi.
It's Roshi. It's Roshi and Johnny Bravo. into the
Oh,
future.
man.
Seabeard,
Johnny,
I don't know
that's
if we
the
can give
banner.
the sheet out because it was based off of the other masks one. I don't know. We'd have to talk to the original creator of the mask sheet and see if they were cool with like putting it up on Roll20 and the 12. I mean, I'm fine with it. I don't care.
Yeah.
But we don't want to step on any toes. Okay, so people have their characters kind of locked in. Does anyone want to sort of build their character together with us so that we can do that for the stream? Anybody want to volunteer? PB's dying too.
I'll do it if not. Like,
Okay, you go first.
oh fuck! I was really hoping you were like,
Rip. Rippity rip
bad.
ripperoo.
all right. Well, what are we doing first here?
Okay, so let me share this with my stream setup. Do. Okay, let's see if I can actually do this without breaking everything. Probably not. Okay, here we go. Alrighty, so come on, drag the window. There we go. Okay. The Harbinger. Okay. So, Jay, do you want to read the little blurb above the Harbinger's thing, like his little explanation?
Oh, yeah, the yeah, you're from the future, and you know how things turn out. You came back with a mission to make sure that history changes for the better. But things are scrambled. Your memories, not quite right. You're not sure how this present becomes your future. So until you can figure it out, you might as well do what good you can, where you can, all the while trying to connect the dots between your world and this one.
Awesome.
And he's actually got a move called Connect the Dots, which is cool, but I don't understand it at all.
Well,
it's so confusing.
we'll take a look on that in a second. So just navigating the character sheet on the third page is where you select your playbook. So let's go to the Harbinger. We'll do that. And now you can see you've got a little section for memories. You've got all that stuff. That stuff unlocks once you set your playbook.
Etoile, you're a fucking badass, dude. That's awesome. All right, that's really cool.
I'm sorry, where do you set the playbook at? The yellow?
Third page. Go to the third
page, very
tab.
bottom drop down.
And then it shifts the stuff directly for your character. Like I've got my soldier label because
like I've got the Harbinger has a remember someone and an investigate the timeline role. And it just like there's buttons for me to click that. That's really awesome, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
Etoile did an awesome job. Thank you again, Etoile.
Beautiful.
Okay, so let's go basically following the setup here on the character sheets. Okay, so your hero name and real name. You can work on that. We don't have to do that immediately.
Yeah, I don't have that right now.
The look. How do you want your character to look? You choose one from each of those lines there.
So let's go. What is ambiguous? Is that just like? I mean, I guess it's ambiguous. Okay, I'll just go. Man, I thought that was look and not gender, and I was like, all right, hey, yeah, all right. You know, was that a window lick there, Wack? Were you?
Did I lick your window? No, I did not lick your window.
That's a. Of course. Okay, so white man, of course. He's what's the age range again? 16 to 18?
Yeah,
17?
I think the 16 to 18 is the magic range here.
17 and a half. Teenagers care about that kind of shit. I don't see anything for the face, but I'll go
haunted face, optimistic face, ordinary face, hyper evolved human face.
Okay, I might go hyper evolved because I had an idea for his power. So
okay.
Hyper evolved face, and then
just completely hairless.
I want a bald cap. And then the outfit, I think I'll go
You're
with.
Gonna have to shave your
his
eyebrows
power
too.
is that he has no friction and he just slides on the floor forever.
There's a side comic for My Hero Academia. That's called, I think it's Vigilantes, and one of the hero's powers is he can like slide along the ground. It's so weird.
Oh
but that's
my
like,
god!
Yeah,
they have some weird powers, like that one guy that can massage people into balls. That was a weird character.
God.
Yeah, like if he touches them, it makes their skin malleable. So he like, yeah.
Does that kill them?
No, it just like it's basically like it's a super massage is what the way they explained it. So they just like literally become like a, and then they go after. It's weird, man. I didn't understand it either, but it's anime.
Jay, if you want, you can put that backstory stuff in the notes.
Yeah, I was just I was going to after, but we'll do it right now. There we go. I was like sitting there thinking like, man, I wish I had a note piece to write down everything you were saying. What's fashion? Oh, fashion. Let's go fashion forward. I'm a changed man after coming back from Italy. what is an impossible costume? Is that like void tendrils?
It could be like something that's floating above your body, or something that just doesn't make sense in current society, but it somehow works.
You have 4D dodecahedrons floating about you.
We'll go with let's go like high tech. We'll go high tech.
The good old 4 decks.
High tech. Good old 4 All right, so yeah, we'll go with a high tech costume.
Okay, cool.
Figure that out later on.
High tech costume. Alrighty. Then your abilities. You're from the future, and that has its benefits, like future knowledge, even though your memories are scrambled. Plus, your powers may have had something to do with how you got back to the past, or the present day, that is. Now, as the locals call it, choose one option from the list below. Super speed, telepathy and telekinesis, futuristic gadgets and implants, optimized biology, teleportation and portals, energy absorption redirection.
Yeah,
Don't
I
do
saw
that one, please.
I saw that. I really wanted to do a teleporter because I was building up to doing a teleporting power negation character.
Cool.
But if I'm not mistaken, optimized biology is kind of like genetic perfection, right?
Think Khan from Star
I
Trek.
don't.
Jesus Christ, Jay.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry,
Jesus
guys.
Christ, Jay.
Listen, man.
There's
Listen.
so much fucking media out
Listen.
there, all right, Wack?
All right.
You fucking
right.
let us have something
Sorry.
that we haven't seen, all right? I haven't
Thank
seen
you.
My Hero Academia.
Thank you.
I haven't heard the end of it. Jay hasn't heard the fucking Star Trek. Look, get off my dick, Susan.
So
But
I
you
looked
also
up.
Battlestar Galactica, right?
No.
I'm
No.
kidding. I knew that answer. It was a joke.
Yeah, I looked up optimized biology, and genetic perfection was the couple things. It was genetic perfection, health optimization, or biological essence manipulation. So I don't know.
Yeah, essentially.
Miranda from Mass Effect.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea that I had. Like basically the perfect human, or like Raiden from like Metal Gear Solid
You've
2.
been
Like
bred
or-
Gattaca. Did you see Gattaca?
No.
Okay,
The name's
so,
familiar, but
So it basically, like, through breeding, they breed better people. It's like you take the best athletes, the smartest
yeah.
people, and those are the only people they can breed with.
You inbred as fuck, boy.
let's show up with a perfect face on it. Howdy, how's it going?
Here,
I got
I hear
this recorded, man,
banjos
don't worry.
all the time.
But yeah, I think I think if that's what I can get is like genetic perfection, or like basically being perfect speed, physiology, strength, just better than the average human that we would meet.
Yeah, exactly.
Then I'll take that. Okay, then I'll take that.
Optimized biology. Okay.
I just keep thinking Raiden from like Metal Gear Rising. How he's just like half a robot and he's just got a face and a sword and that's all he's meant to do is
He's
kill.
a cyborg. I mean, it's a bit different. But optimized biology. I'm trying to think of games.
What's that one where you like
Crackdown was drugs.
the one where you like had a scythe for a hand, basically. What is that?
Not Devil May Cry.
No. You could like turn your arm into like a giant sword. It was really fucking Prototype. Yeah, Prototype.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, that's more of
No.
a genetic mutation. That's not
Okay,
really-
yeah.
This is more you're just it's selective breeding. You're smarter, you're faster, you're stronger, you're more
Yeah.
resistant to disease, etc.
You're an Olympian who went to Harvard like 4 times.
Yeah, that's what I keep imagining. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I'll go with that for the powers.
I'm trying to explain this without using the word eugenics, Ringsong. I know what the word means.
Yeah. And so this
But
is
Jay
not a very
hasn't
good way to
seen
put
any
it.
of the movies that I'm
Listen,
trying
I know
to
what
use
it
as reference.
means. God damn. 47 from Hitman. Yeah, that's a good way to put it as well.
Okay. And then as far as the labels go, you start with a 0 in danger, a 0 in freak,
Yes.
+2 in savior.
Danger 0.
Remember, they're in different order on this, so
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
the same. So it doesn't matter.
and
Savior is a
then
+2.
Superior 1, mundane -1. Oof.
Okay.
The anti-bop. I've left my father in the future.
And then your backstory. How did you travel from the future to the present day? We don't have to do this immediately.
I do have kind of an idea though.
Okay, cool. Go to
Unless you, I had the idea that like he was about to end the timeline and fight the villain, Oh wait, what is? Hold on.
Yeah.
Should I? Oh
Just
no.
read it. But no, it
Oh
works.
my God.
It works. It works. Just go with the flow.
I don't know
Okay,
what's
that's up to
happening.
you if you want to do that. PB, because PB's playing the innocent, so we
Yeah.
had kind of an idea with the
So
time
we're gonna-
traveling things
we're
to go
gonna-
around there. But I had the idea with my nemesis, where I was about to fight him, and then I can't remember what game I'm stealing this from, but it's one of my favorites. Where like halfway through the fight, just as I'm about to beat him, it just goes like, and I just get whisked back to like 30 years in the past, and then it's like because that works with what keeps you from returning to the future. I don't know how to get back.
Samurai Jack is
yeah.
the sort of innocent character as opposed to the Harbinger. It's the
Oh.
opposite. The Samurai Jack would be an innocent character as opposed to a Harbinger.
Because
Doesn't
you
he still
chose
go
to
back?
go back.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
Harbinger is choosing, like, you're going to go fix stuff and things kind of get borked in the time travel.
that-
Versus Innocence, like, shoved back, not
Yeah,
necessarily.
Samurai
knowing
Jack
about
was sent to the future, not the past.
it. Or, yeah, that's also.
I thought innocent was that you have. Hold on.
Innocent is you've traveled to the future.
great, or so you thought to. Oh, okay. I thought innocent was that your future self was a villain and then came back and was like,
That's a different.
okay.
That's another playbook.
Yeah.
Um,
Wait, which playbook is that?
keep in mind you're trying to fix the future. Well, yeah. I mean, I
'Cause
feel like
thought
that
was
could.
also innocent as well. I
Hero-
thought innocent is like
Hero
it's
from-
unknown if your future self is a bad guy or not, right?
Yeah.
You.
Oh, that's
there.
one of the ways.
There is a villain exists a version of your innocent self that exists now.
There's no two people in Reformed.
Oh shit!
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was like in the. Oh no!
There is a villain
That-
version of yourself that
that's what
exists
messed
now.
up.
Oh. Okay,
Oh. Does that
It's-
change who you want to
it's
be?
like-
or does that
it's
that
like-
does, but I can think about it. I can think.
It basically makes it so that it's like an evil mirror image of yourself, right? It's like this is what you could be, right here. This is the bad path. Brad gives a good example of the innocent hero from Heroes. Is an innocent character.
Oh,
Yeah. This is what I turned into. I can't let that happen. You know.
yeah.
I really like the innocent playbook as an idea. I like seeing that broken version of yourself existing.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool.
Oh boy.
That was one of the reasons why I was like, "Are you sure?" when you
Yeah.
sent me that PV.
Oh god. I thought it was just like it's unsure if you're gonna be bad or not in the future. Now it's like okay.
No.
Oh,
You
no.
exist.
I'm
There's a
trash.
bad version here.
Okay, cool. I'm into it.
So I don't know if that doesn't work because somebody in chat said the Harbinger is supposed to fix the future, but I also think that could be a decent storyline for the character. Like, so it's up to you, Wack, but if I could do that, but that was my first idea of being like whisked back without knowing, because apparently, arguably, the character
is-
should know how to fix the future.
So no, the way that they phrase this, you're trying to figure out how to fix the future.
Yeah. So my idea was like I went to defeat the nemesis, but then got whisked back, and now I have to find my way back to do it again. So that I'm still trying to fix the future, or no?
I don't think that will work, judging by the way that this is written here. You have to have traveled back to. It could still be accidental.
Yeah.
Maybe you wound up here and like, oh, I don't know how to get back. Maybe I have to fix what happened.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You know?
I've got like a Fog of Fate idea. If you've read like
I haven't.
Damn it.
That's a series of books?
No, it's a spell from the Drizzt Do'Urden books. A wizard just makes a fog that takes him wherever he needs to be at a certain amount of time, and he doesn't know why, but eventually it comes to it.
That's why
it's a
I
neat
don't know
spell.
what it is.
I know you hate the series so much. Look at his face. Agent Wacksteven doesn't like this
Must
literature.
not break teeth clenching so hard.
His
Oh.
Mike just cringed because he knew the anger was there.
Okay. Well, then I can come up for a story of how I traveled back.
Okay.
But I like the idea of it being an accident and not being able to return, because otherwise it feels really weird to justify.
I'm just going to read off the backstory questions, and you can sort of figure this out throughout the session today, because we'll be too long.
Yeah,
on
I
the
don't want
character
to stay
stuff.
here forever. Yeah.
So what keeps you from returning to the future? You need to figure that out. Why are your memories and knowledge of the future scrambled? What is the most important part of your future that you want to avert? Why must you join this team specifically to achieve your mission's goals? And then we have to figure out when the team first came together. You averted a disaster from the future's history books. What was that disaster? What effect do we hope it had on the timeline? And then your relationships. Blank turns away from the hero's path according to your history books. You have to prevent that from happening. Is that the innocent? Is it a different character?
There's the hook, PB. There's the hook.
Yeah.
We got it.
It,
All right.
it doesn't have to be. You could also screw with somebody else.
Yeah.
I like that idea personally. You've always idolized blank, but it's too awkward to admit it to them now that you've met them in real life. Keep it cool. Keep it cool.
All right.
So this is somebody that in the group that you're awkward around, that you see as like a shining beacon of light in the future. And this is, somebody that I guess must live through whatever happened. Or had some sort of monumental thing.
I got it.
Okay.
That's fair.
I guess we can talk about those if you've got them.
So yeah, immediately I think the turning away would be PB's character, and then I think it'd be a neat story to idolize Trix as a delinquent, and but hinting that they become something amazing in the future.
Okay. Maybe they veer from the sort of person, or you could still be idolized even though they're delinquent. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Kind of like Loki saving the day.
Very cool.
Oh. Trix's real name is Sarah Connor.
So you all gain influence over Jay's character.
Okay.
Once he decides the name, you can.
Except for me, right?
No, I haven't read your stuff yet, but everybody gains influence.
I just because of our history.
Okay, his name is going to be Fence.
Fence? Okay.
It's Cage and Fence. No, it's not actually going to be Fence.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
I don't know.
What is it?
Okay.
I'll just put J for
Fence
now.
in and of itself, just the way the word sounds could have worked because it actually.
I know.
But
Fence is pretty dope.
By the way, if you guys have to take a break or use a bathroom or whatever, just go. Don't worry about it because
Right, everyone go at once.
we're gonna the Harbinger moves. You get to choose two. Do you want to read those, or do you immediately know what those are going to be?
I'll read them out as well because I feel like I would love chat. I would love you guys' inputs over in the Discord on some of these as well, because I'd asked chat for like a super meta character before the game started here, but nobody had any great builds. So this one, stick to the mission. The first one, when you defend someone or something critically important to the future, tell us why. You may mark a condition to shift down one label and shift up Savior before the roll. If you do, you cannot choose the option clear a condition for the defend move. So that's that's like the mask from Janus there, where you can shift up and down at will. Tomorrow's Golden Promise, when you comfort or support someone with tales of what you think their future will be, you may roll plus Savior instead of plus Mundane. Mark a condition unless you're confident the stories are true. It's kind of interesting. Applied History, when you pierce the mask of someone you believe will shape the future, roll plus Savior instead of plus Mundane. This is the dope roll. You haven't learned you can do that yet. When you tell a teammate about a new, never-before-performed trick that they've never considered, spend a team from the pool to allow them to unleash their powers, directly engage with that, or defend somebody using your superior as if it was their label. Any cost or complications from their move will affect you as well. So that's what I was saying earlier. That's why it's so cool. If I get my superior up, I can just use that and give someone a +3 like every time. So
that's pretty crazy. You can basically
for 1 team point. Instead of 2.
Yeah, it's going to take you a while to kind of get that up and lock it.
Yeah.
That'll be something you have to kind of work out.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I'll be screwing with you.
Fuck. I learned the solution in grade school. When you unleash your powers to extend your senses or overcome an intellectual obstacle, you may roll plus superior or freak. And then 21st century studies, when you assess a situation, you may always ask, what does the future know about this moment? Even on a miss, you take +1 ongoing to act on the answers. So I'm going to take 21st century studies because that's crazy. And then I'm also going to take you haven't learned you can do that yet because that's also crazy, I think.
Okay, awesome. And then you get to connect the dots. This is your special playbook thing.
Yeah.
You're from the future, but your knowledge of the past is spotty, intermittent, confused, jumbled. You're doing your best to put together the clues and your broken memories, though, so you can figure out how this world and its people become the ones that you know. When you push yourself to remember the version of someone that exists in your future, mark a condition and roll plus memories. On a hit, you connect who they are now to who they are in the future. Choose the role that they fulfill in the future, and the GM will tell you about their future self. On a 10+, ask a follow-up question. On a miss, they're not at all who you thought that they would be. The GM will choose their role or tell you that as far as you know, they don't exist in the future.
Yeah, that one's a little much like on paper for me to immediately understand, but I feel like it's going to be really useful at a couple moments when I fully get it. It's just a little bit of a complicated system.
Yep. It's definitely not an easy one.
Yeah.
There's monster, traitor, corruptor, martyr, architect, and leader.
Yeah. So I think that would have been really good in like season 1, where like if we wanted to find out more about Jack's dad, I would have asked about it and figured out where like his key informants fit into the future. But I think that's like the only applicable situation I can think of.
Okay.
So it's cool.
So they start at a -1. They go up by 1 to a maximum of +3 for each name above. Yeah. So the roles that they're talking about are going to go into those spots.
Yeah, and they can see them on my sheet as well. If the hold on, let me.
So as far as I know, you can't double up on any of these.
Yeah. But it's cool because that gives you some story stuff too, and this is a great excuse to build out a backstory.
Yeah. When you write down a name above, they gain influence over you if they did not already have it. And at the start of each session or when time passes, roll plus Savior to find out how your investigations into the timeline have been going. On a hit, choose one figure noted above or one aspect of the future world that you can remember. You found a lead to follow to learn more about how the present version of that figure or aspect becomes the future version. On a 10+, the lead is particularly strong. Right now, you can ask the GM one question about the figure or aspect, and they will answer honestly. On a miss, you're lost in the present. The GM will tell you how things are so different here, and shift your labels according to how it makes you feel.
Yeah, that's a big move.
That's a big move.
Yeah,
that's a lot of dots to connect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that work, PB? Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we figured out that I'm from the future to stop my nemesis who came back to the past, so I had to follow him, and she's from the past to stop her nemesis. And
We're both trying to stop the same person, which is me, the bad guy that's here in the future or here in the present.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or PB was an alien all along. Could have been a bull.
Could have been a bull.
Could be a spy.
Or how about this actually? What if something, and this is totally up to you, what if something happens in the future with future me, and you try to stop it by going back to past me, but I'm coming from the past to also stop present me. So
welcome to time travel, everybody.
It's gonna be great.
That makes
It's
sense.
gonna be great.
All
How
right?
many times do we divide by 0?
Where's the fucking diagram?
What's the true timeline? We're gonna
Where's
get like
the
a fire
diagram?
shot. Yeah, where's the?
Yeah.
At what
I just
point
mean,
do we
like-
start? At what
like-
point do we make
okay,
the movie or do a
middle-
role-playing version of the movie
But
one?
what if it's not
which-
the actual timeline?
All right, like I
Flow
need
charts. Just
I think it would be
Hey,
cool.
Jay, Void Smoker has already started
Oh,
to
no.
work on a sketch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Tell me it's just a really buff Johnny.
No, definitely
Oh my
not.
Dog?
Definitely not.
Dude, that's Johnny. Just bald Johnny.
Oh my god.
Ronnie.
That is awesome.
God, Void is so good and so fast.
Ah.
Why is he naked?
Why not?
My character's gonna be naked the whole campaign now.
That could just be the leotard.
He's invisible.
The invisible guy from Mystery Men, like. Just don't look. Don't look.
Okay.
Don't look.
So, all right, that's Jay's character. And Jay will start to flesh out the backstory and all that stuff. Who wants to go next?
I can.
All right, let's pull up Goober Sheet.
Don't scroll down to so you can see the shame thing if you can.
I will try to avoid your shame.
All right. I've deleted it so I can, if you want to put that on there and make sure you're all good.
Okay.
Joe. Are we good?
I will be in a second.
So nobody can see my shame.
There it is,
Don't
Dan.
look at
Took
my
you a while.
Hey! Rufus 299. No, that's
Okay, let's do that. And Rufus. Let's pull up Rufus. Okay. Rufus scraps Twibbles.
last name is Twibbles.
Oh my.
So, yeah, there is this. I think on the second page you can fill in all that stuff. By the way, Goobers.
Okay, I'll just put it on the notes so then you guys can't go there. So
Okay. So your playbook is the brain. Let's pull up the brain stuff. Do you want to read what the text, the flavor text is above the brain playbook in the PDF?
okay, sorry, I was finishing writing that. We're good. Okay, so flavor text, bam, the one next to the picture. In the flavor text of the one next to the picture.
Yeah, right next to the
Yeah.
picture. Yeah.
So the brain. You've always been the smartest kid in the room. Your inventions are world class, your tactical plans are flawless, and your mind is a steel trap memory palace of extraordinary ideas. If only the others knew how sometimes none of that seems to matter. None of that keeps the shadows at bay. None of that can make up for what you did or might do.
The brain is also a possible interesting future bad character. It also has a lot of possibility. Okay, so we got your hero name, and I guess Scraps is your hero name there, and
Yep. Scraps or it might be Scrap. Either way, Scrap related.
okay. Your look.
Think of Mouse from the first Matrix movie.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
Oh God.
Yeah.
What?
Not personality wise.
No, I don't care. Mouse is yeah, that's
I
fine.
know he died. He's not gonna die.
She.
Or well, my character's a he.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying anyone from the Matrix is fine. I'm cool with that.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's like
died in it.
By saying
You're
from
like,
the
no, I
Matrix.
don't want another one to
I was like,
die.
what? Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I'm here for it.
Mouse, his look, very like he's short, he's scrawny, not his personality. Because Mouse is almost like a beacon in Matrix, where he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna do the blah blah blah. I want to be the coolest, blah, 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 whatever. Rufus's characteristics is very shy. He's very shy, keeps to himself, and yeah, very, very kind of like inward, kind of timid body pose.
Okay. So that basically you just choose one of the options from the different lines on the look there.
Oh, right, I'm
Ambiguous
sorry.
man, shifting, transgressing woman, and then the I guess the sort of appearance, Asian, South Asian, Black, Hispanic, Latino, Indigenous, Middle Eastern, white.
So man, white. I don't want to do the short and round. I just want to do like short and skinny.
Okay.
Like he's wiry.
Sure.
His outfit is like an old ragged mechanic jumpsuit.
Okay.
Just always grease all over it and stuff.
Okay.
His costume is just straight up power armor. It's also his ability, so it works
Robotic
together.
exosuit that will
Yes.
fit. Okay.
Oh.
Yep. I mean, if you look next one, it's his abilities are one of them is power armor or cyborg body.
There's a character from One Punch Man.
One Punch. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Child Emperor.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
He's one of the S-class
Oh
heroes.
yeah.
He's got the little backpack.
Yeah, and then it has like the legs. Yeah.
If you read the comic, the manga, he just recently has gone off. So he goes. You see like all about his powers and everything what he does.
Oh shit.
He's a brain.
Right. Season 2 is released or coming up?
Not released.
It's not released
Coming
yet.
up.
They just announced it, so I'm really excited about that. Anyway, yeah. So he's got an exo suit power armor thing. I would almost like to. Oh. Okay, so not as like permanent as this, but did you ever see the styling of power armor of exosuit from the game The Surge?
Yes.
Like that.
Okay.
So he's got like he doesn't have like armor that wraps
That
around
Matt-
his body completely, but it's like
that Matt
huge.
Damon movie too, and it was about a utopia dystopia.
Yeah, Elysium. Yeah,
yeah,
those-
Elysium.
Right.
the back brace that he got. Yeah,
So right. So
PB, you'd
that,
like
the-
that movie
the-
a lot.
good
You should
movie.
watch it. Yeah.
Okay,
really
I'll
good.
watch it.
It's really good. But like he's
I will
got
watch
the exosuit on, and then there's like armor blocks on each area, but like he's still got some exposed parts of it, but he's got huge things like he could basically just hold his arms together and be like a full body shield or something like that, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds awesome.
I can get some reference photos. But yeah, so that's not only his costume, but also his ability.
Yeah, so your abilities can be prosthetics, self-altering limbs, power armor, or cyborg body, which I think you've already described. Size change device, robotic sidekick, force field belt, high-tech vehicle. So it sounds like power armor or cyborg body is your choice.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. Okay, your labels. You start with 0 danger, 0 freak. That's on page 1.
Yep. So the only thing I did was I added one to Savior.
Oh, right, Jay, I forgot. You also have to add a +1 to one of your labels. I totally forgot.
Oh yeah.
So you get 1 + 1 someplace. Okay, cool. So Savior went up. All right, and then your backstory. Again, I'll just read through these unless you know exactly what you're doing already. How did you first reveal your genius to your friends or family? Why did you decide to use your intellect for the benefit of others? What accident or misfire taught you some sense of humility or responsibility? Who helped you realize you need other people? Why do you care about the team?
So I haven't written all of it down, but I do know at least most of that.
Okay, cool.
So backstory is Rufus didn't know his parents. He was orphaned as a kid. And he oh, did I just take that, Dan?
Yeah, you did.
We're
both gonna be
Double orphan,
Oh, okay,
double orphan, double
fuck it,
time
go for it.
travel.
Yeah,
Let's
there
go.
we
No, yeah, don't let me stop you.
So he was orphaned, doesn't know his parents, and the way that Aegis found him essentially or realized it is that like he was like 5 and he had already built like a shelter and a little home, like kind of a thing for himself. Or like it was, you can imagine like an alleyway or something like that, or some place, you know, woods or something like that. He just built a shelter and a place that he could live, and he was like 5, you know, so. Yeah, and he built it out of scrap that he found around him, hence him getting the name Scraps. So, why did you decide to use your intellect for the benefit of others? So, it actually loops into who helped you realize you need other people. Agent Waxen is like a father figure to Scraps. Because a lot of the other kids had parents and they got started or something like that. You know, they had that, whatever. They know what it's like. Scraps just straight up from birth doesn't, and then is also a very like kind of a gentle, not gentle soul, but like a vulnerable soul. You know, very shy, very like, I don't know, you know. But Waxen was the one who stepped out to help, and he realized through his life experience that, and through Waxen's teaching, that he needs to be there for the people who are there for, you know, good reasons, right? And so yeah, he learned from him. What accident or misfire taught you some sense of humility or responsibility? All right. Well, okay, I'm gonna answer the last one first because that question actually loops into something that we'll get to later, or just do it now, which is the shame. So why do I care about the team? They're the only friends that I've ever had, which is sad, but not like it's.
Yeah.
They're good people.
You've got a tight knit group of friends.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, they're friends. They're family. They're people that like I can be vulnerable around, and I can trust them. And like I'm really nervous about everyone else, and so yeah. So the final thing is, what accident or misfire taught you some sense of humility or responsibility? All right, so we're gonna do this one, and then I'm gonna answer the shame thing at the same time. If you're cool with that, Wack.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. He killed Waxen.
Okay.
He killed Waxen when there was basically he was designing some sort of munitions or something for this organization, new high-tech munitions to be used to help out whatever, you know, some new scientific thing. We don't really get into it too much, but we know that he killed him. And in response, his shame, which to tell you guys is my character says you have a deep and abiding sense of guilt for something that you have created or had hand in creating. It could not have been something you invented when you first came to your genius, or it could have been something that you invented when you first came into your genius, or something you set in motion that you no longer have the power to stop. It may even be something beyond your ability to achieve. Again, this once-in-a-lifetime creation. Just as you are a world-class intellect, your shame is a world-class problem. Whatever the case may be, your role is in a creation. Your role is in its creation is not publicly known yet. He created an AI version of Waxen that is currently known to be the real Waxen, and is the reason the Tangi are the Tangi are looking for us because of Waxen, essentially. And it's not perfect. The AI has bugs, but they're small enough to know for Scraps to notice, but not big enough to know for anybody else. And he knows that there's kind of some dangerous, you know, things could spiral if those bugs get out of control. But Waxen, as we know, is actually an AI that Scraps created because he killed Waxen.
Okay.
Okay. Shit. Wow.
Okay.
Boy, oh boy.
That's fine.
Awesome. I love that.
Alrighty. So, when your team first came together, you created something lasting and beneficial for the whole team. Is that it? Or is it something else?
When you're confronted with a team, or confronted with shame, what was it? Wait, what was the question?
You created something lasting and beneficial for the whole team. What was it? Is it that, or is it something else?
Oh, shit. This one,
I'm still listening, but I have to feed my cat. She's
You're good. You're good.
She's
Screaming at me.
wonderful. My cat's licking my pants like a weirdo. You're so weird. Weird. You guys know.
Mifa eats hair, man.
Okay.
just- Licks you every time you
So
come.
Yeah.
when our team first came together, my offer was to stay out of sight of the Tangi. I had created something when I was just by myself. I had created something that kept me and my powers hidden, like a stealth kind of a technology.
Cloaking technology.
Essentially, where I could go and do what I needed to do without
It's
being
like a
seen or noticed.
portable dampener almost, or
Not a power dampener, like like people couldn't see me or
see me.
detect me.
Okay.
Like
Alright.
a radar jammer.
a cloaking device of some kind.
It's,
Cloaking
I mean,
device,
it's
yeah.
really just a cloaking device. Like it's not. I mean, I don't mean like people
Did
couldn't
you
pick me up.
did you
like,
make the?
people could not see me.
Okay.
So that's something I brought to the team where it's like, if we need to go into dangerous areas, we can get there and do some things before we have to turn those off, because they have a limit to them. As far as like,
Yeah, they're not perfect.
yeah, right. So at least we could like deploy into a situation at the bare minimum, you know, and then it's almost like it's harking back to XCOM because that's what we're doing today. You know, like the what's the thing where you start off in kind of like a stealth, like unseen mode or whatever that is until the first shot's fired.
Oh, Overwatch.
No.
It's,
No. Oh, you're talking about something else. Yeah.
where you start them. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what
Whack?
you're talking about.
Yeah, okay.
I'm
Whatever.
trying
that's
to
called.
remember. I can't remember.
Concealed. Thank you. Yeah. So, kind of like that, to that effect. At least you can get there and get in position, and then stuff happens.
Okay. Maybe it's got a time limit. Last 5 minutes or something. Probably costs a lot of power. You probably burn through something that's, you know, some sort of power supply. It's just
Big
dead.
brain moves.
You know, it's just dead. Chameleon field. That sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's cool.
I dig that.
That
The
sounds
I'm Flounder. I'm stealing that. It's called the Chameleon Field.
Oh,
awesome.
I
Very
mean, it
cool.
has little chameleon eyes, like all your inventions, are little eyes on them. Fucking great.
And your relationships, you told blank about your shame and asked them for their confidence. You wish you could be a better hero, more like blank.
Oh. Does the I told blank about my shame have to be one of the teammates?
Yep.
Oh, it does.
I've
Normally I think it's a little iffy, but I'm making it a yes.
All right. I'm gonna say
what could make it easier for you. If you don't want it to be me, that's fine. But I'm probably planning on having grown up on
Yeah.
the stage.
yeah, it's you.
Okay.
I was gonna choose you. Yep.
Okay.
So
That-
whoever
that would
Dan's
work.
character is, I've told them and asked for their confidence. So,
Cool. Okay.
and I wish I could. Frankly, you went with the soldier, Dan, right?
Yes.
I wish I could be a soldier more like Dan's character. So there's a camaraderie, I think, that's implied there.
So wait, you
Sure.
told Dan's character about
And I look up to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Your influence. You need these people as much as they need you. Give influence to 2 of your teammates.
Well, definitely one's gonna be Dan's character. The other one is, I'm gonna wait to hear the rest of the characters for that second one. So I need to write that note down.
Okay. Fair enough. Your moves. You choose 3 moves. I guess I'll just read these real quick. Above the fray. When you enter battle as a team against a dangerous foe, if you have influence over the leader and provide tactical input, add 1 team to the pool. When you contradict the leader during battle, you may return influence over the leader to add an additional 1 team to the pool. Mission debrief.
Leader being, I'm sorry, just to clarify, leader being somebody designated on the team.
Yep.
Most likely, it's probably going to be Dan's character, I would guess, with being soldier.
It's up to you guys how you want
Is
to
it,
Yeah,
is
lay
it
it
a
out.
may not be.
mechanical thing or something that we have to designate?
Something that you guys will have to designate.
Okay.
Mission debrief. During a debrief, when you downplay your role in helping a teammate during the mission, mark potential and shift superior down and any other label up. When you exaggerate your role in helping a teammate during the mission, clear a condition and either give them influence or lose influence over them. Logical angle. When you comfort or support someone by rationally pointing out their mistakes. Oh my god. Actually... so they can do better next time. Oh my god. Roll plus
don't
superior.
hero-splain me.
Oh, please choose that one. Please choose that one. Please choose that one.
To the left, you would have been fine.
Roll plus superior instead of plus mundane. If they do not open up to you, mark a condition.
Actually, shut up! Shut up, brain!
Scientific insight. You have achieved mastery over a field of science technology. Name it. Whenever you assess the situation in your field of study is directly relevant, you may ask a single follow-up question. That's a nice passive one that you get. Always prepared. When you have a chance to restock your supplies, hold up to 2 gadgets, I should say. When you unleash your powers by producing a brand new minor invention or gadget from your supply, spend 1 gadget and roll plus superior. When you reach 0 gadgets, mark a condition. That sounds really cool, and it kind of sounds similar to what you've been doing with your character. Tactical genius. When you point out the obvious flaw in a known foe's plan, roll. This is your actuallying of villain. Roll plus savior. On a hit, you're right, and another teammate, your choice, can take advantage and get +1 ongoing to act on your information. On a 7 to 9, pick one. You miss something important, the GM will tell you what. You look like a show-off. Your chosen teammate takes influence over you, and you lose influence over them. You make your teammates feel like little more than pawns. Your chosen teammate marks a condition. Jesus Christ.
That one, I just love the on a hit, you're right.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great if you could just do that in relationships?
You annoying
Can I
piece
just
of
roll
shit.
this die
You're
real
right.
quick?
You're right. God, did you have to say it so annoyingly, though?
Yeah, I get it. Okay, I'm an idiot. Let's move on.
Fantastic. And we already did your shame.
So moves that I'm gonna take are gonna be scientific insight, and it's going to be engineering.
Okay, cool.
So anything with building stuff and mechanical things and whatnot, machines, whatnot. And I'm gonna do the always prepared one. And I'm gonna take the. There we go. I'm gonna take tactical genius. I mean that that is an actually move, but it is legitimately like OP if I get a hit. I'm right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Whack in his story writing goes, fuck.
Actually.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, right. That's what we're gonna get. That's really what we're gonna get.
PB, did
So,
you
yeah,
want to go
so-
next, or
Sure.
did we do all your stuff? Sorry. Let me just check.
Whenever you.
I finished
think
my
we-
entire sheet. We can
At
go
the end
over
of every
it.
session, answer the question: did you take step to amend your shame? The answer is yes. Mark potential. The answer is no. Give influence to what are your teammates? Ooh.
Yeah,
To
your
make
shame.
amends. Oh.
Whenever you are confronted with your shame, either mark a condition or shift superior down and danger up. If your shame is an NPC, they can never lose influence over you.
Oh. Welp.
At the
Whack.
end of every session, answer the question: did you take steps to make amends to your shame? That was the next one there. Interesting.
I think I answered everything. Yeah.
So, Vio, you said you're like all done, or
Yeah.
Yeah, Vio
we
can
can go
go next.
whatever order you guys want.
Yeah.
Okay. Vio,
Hello.
let's meet Trix.
My name
Yes,
is
please.
Trix. I will read you my backstory now.
So wait, no. Let's go in order on the
Okay,
sheet.
fine.
Let's go on. Let's go.
Vito,
in,
you are so
Vito.
ready.
Yeah, like I want to try and keep some things a mystery too. You know, like I want you guys to expand on stuff as we go on the show. If we just
Why,
kind of
yes.
blow our wad and throw everything at the player at the viewers, then we lose that element. We lose the element. Okay, so let's start off with the Delinquent. So your tricks, your look.
Yes.
What do
Hold
you
on,
look
where
like?
was that? Look, okay, gender, female. I'm ambiguous. Race, type, indigenous. I don't know how to pronounce it. Age. What's our age range? Like 16ish, right?
Yeah, I would say you guys,
crap,
you
I
know,
didn't
we
say
we
that.
can think like 15 to 18 or
Okay,
I
I'll
was
be
gonna
somewhere
say,
18. I'll
one
be
quick
18.
thing for mine is that my guy's gonna be like the youngest.
okay.
So whatever that is.
Okay.
Do we want to say 15 is the youngest?
Yeah.
Sure, that's high school. If you want to make sure high school, not middle
Yeah,
school.
that's like 9er, yeah, or 10.
He's the,
I like that. Mine.
Say 50.
Sorry, that's just for the
that's the Canadian slang for a freshman.
yeah, that's what they call them.
Oh, is that what freshman is?
Yeah.
Yeah, they call them
Yeah.
9ers. Yeah.
It's a 5, 1, 2, 7, 9er there, bud.
Well, it's ninth grade.
Niners.
9ers, yeah.
Are 10th graders tenors?
No, you just call them. I don't know, man. That's like I don't pretend to know
You
the
don't
social
use
etiquette of high
logic
school.
when you're
I
trying
just
to
went to
come up
high
with-
school for a while, you know. Just a
Okay.
bit.
So, so female, ambiguous, indigenous. You say 18.
18.
Okay.
Body is lean. My outfit is ragged clothing. I already have it pictured. I have like a long raggedy cloak and raggedy long brown boots and like casual stuff like underneath it, which are also raggedy. And then my costume is like a showy costume. It's like a skin tight black, all black, and a little bit white stuff. That sounds weird. Okay, no, just black. Just
Okay.
black. Yeah, just simple. Ambiguous.
Alrighty.
That's my look.
Sorry, I'm just getting this up on the screen here. Okay, and let's see next. Your abilities. Your powers are messy, deceiving, or frustrating. Choose two.
Yes. Are these passive moves?
No, these are your
Or-
abilities. They're just what your
Abilities.
character generally uses to fight and do stuff.
Oh, okay, there it is. I chose teleportation and illusions.
Okay.
Oh.
Okie doke. Very cool.
Yeah.
Since Jay's not doing teleportation, screw him!
Yeah.
Screw
yeah.
him!
Yeah. She
wanna-
sniped it.
Yoink. Okay.
I was gonna do a joined, but she chose whatever it was. The other one.
Delinquent.
Okay.
It was either gonna be delinquent or the bull, but
Oh no, I meant your powers.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
The labels, you're gonna start
Done.
with that. What you get one bonus one. Where did you put that in?
Oh.
Because you get
I
a
didn't
plus.
know
You get a
that.
plus
I would
one and something. I missed it too. I
Freak.
totally forgot about it. All right. So freak goes up to +1.
Yes.
Alrighty. And then your backstory. How did you get your powers? What do you do for fun? Who outside the team thinks better of you than you do? Why do you try to be a hero? What do you care about? Why do you care about the team?
Okay, so I have my backstory, but I also answered the questions.
Okay. So I think don't read your backstory. I think
Okay.
answer the questions because we want to learn this stuff as the campaign plays out.
Okay, fine. So, how do you get your powers? I'm not sure. I don't remember much. I was dropped as a baby on the head. But I discovered my powers one day when I almost got hit by a car and teleported out as like a emotional response or whatever.
Okay.
What do you do for fun? Inconspicuously create illusions to make people laugh. Yeah.
How do you? So you create them in an inconspicuous way? Because I feel like
So like
illusions
secret,
by
like sneakily.
Okay. Yeah, so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
hide and you create an illusion. Because
Yeah,
the way
yeah.
that was phrased, I'm like, how do you create an inconspicuous illusion to make people laugh?
Sorry.
I'm like, I feel like that's a little,
English is my
that's
third language.
counterintuitive. It's like, I'm going to make this illusion. Man, if they saw that, they would be laughing so hard.
Yeah, I mean,
It's the best unseen
don't we
joke.
always do?
It's like, damn, that's one funny cat riding a unicycle and juggling. Damn. I guess nobody will ever know.
She's the only one that. That's the better thing. She's the only one that can see them, so she's just always giggling.
Yeah,
Right? And
exactly.
she's just she's like if someone had a marker that could draw like horns and a mustache on everybody IRL, she'd be like.
It's like me in your life.
No,
I just imagine it and I giggle, and you're like, "What are you giggling about?" And I'm like,
That's literally what she does.
Okay. Who outside the team thinks better of you than you do?
outside the. God damn it! I didn't see that outside part.
Is that is she making up an NPC right
She's
now?
making up
technically,
an
then?
NPC. Or it could
There
be
you
one
go.
that we've established.
Who have we established so far?
Basically,
Just
the
quickly.
AI Agent Waxen.
Have fun
I'll
with that.
just go with Agent. Yeah, Agent Waxen, because he's a know-it-all,
Okay.
and I don't like know-it-alls, because I want
Fair.
to be on par with them, and I want them to respect me.
It's gotta be cool, man.
Yeah.
Well,
You
isn't the
don't
thing?
know.
Isn't
You
this
don't know me.
specifically? He thinks better of you than you think of yourself. Is that what that was read as?
Oh, I'm bad at reading. I mean that works too, actually.
Like he's
Actually,
constantly
you know
he's
what? No, 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 no,
encouraging
no.
you and that sort of thing.
No, what was Miss Ferguson's husband called again?
Super Ball?
Yeah. Him. He seems like that kind of like Ryan Hardy guy. Like
Right.
So he's still alive, I guess, and still doing stuff?
Yes.
Super Bowl. How is he not?
Yeah, of course he's alive.
He's
Hello?
like
He's
super.
just like, what if he does
super
this?
old.
He's
Well,
super strong.
He turns into a ball,
It's
but
not like he rolls
cracks,
away.
cracks a hip, like, oh!
He's like,
He just
he's-
grabs his Ferguson.
then he'd be probably
crunch.
he'd be in his 60s.
He'd be in his
Yeah,
60s, probably.
yeah,
in,
he's an
I mean,
older
there are
Oh God.
instructors at
Would
the
he get
school.
like extra
He'd
wrinkly?
be my
That's
mentor.
bad.
Oh no!
He'd be like super
Do,
wrinkly.
do you know like a flat tire that's rolling? Like, it's just,
That's so gross.
I totally make him my mentor, honestly.
Oh, he like bounces up against a wall and just makes a slapping noise.
Oh God.
Just the
like
extra
those
skin.
like the sticky hands.
Oh, I love that.
And then he pulls off and just whack.
okie doke.
Okie doke.
Let's see.
Old Super Bowl.
Type that old.
God. It's already so much more lighthearted than last season, and the world has ended.
These
Yikes.
knuckleheads are gonna try to save it. Okay. I can see already, by the way, that we've had people trying to send Patreon messages for their
Yes.
characters. We have a form to fill out, guys. Don't send me
Oh,
the
never
message on
mind.
Patreon.
Yes.
Go use we have a form on Patreon. Just look up the NPC creation. We're trying to keep it in a certain section of the sheet so it's all centralized
Please.
and everything. Please, it makes our lives so much easier.
Order.
Please.
Order.
Please. Okay. Where were we? Let's continue. Sorry, I've got 800 windows. Okay, so abilities.
Why do you want to try to be here?
What?
I didn't hear that at all.
Why
What?
are you traveling in Europe?
Why do you want to try to be a hero? Is the next
Oh, yeah.
question.
Thank you.
I'm ready.
Oh,
Yeah. So why do you want to try to be a hero?
Because I want to live in a better world and find out what happens in the past with the heroes and try and figure out more about myself and what happened to my parents and if there's a correlation.
Okay. So you
But-
have to have some sort of
that.
insight into the fact that because a lot of this information is hidden from the public. So
Mhm.
you have some kind of insight into the fact that there were heroes. Now,
I mean, I have a superpower.
Right. And you've met the rest of the team, but that doesn't necessarily mean that there were heroes in the past. So you could have gotten this information from the team or from the Phoenix Academy or whatever. But the gist of this is I kind of want you guys to be new to the Academy, new to this whole resistance thing. So that's fine. I'm just giving you stuff to percolate.
Okay, how about just with my parents then, instead of heroes?
Listen, Theo, you can still do the heroes thing. I'm just letting this stuff percolate for you. I just want you to think about how that... You don't have to answer it right now. Just think about, like, that aspect of things. Like, you've got some piece of information somewhere to help spur you on.
Okay.
Like a hidden archive somewhere, or I keep getting like, have you guys played Knights of the Old Republic when they go to
Put a star next to it.
when you go to the Sith training camp, like way later in the game, you go to the Sith Academy. So I keep imagining the underground academy, the huge period. Yeah.
Okay. And why do you care about the team?
They are the first group that I met that have powers I have never seen, as well as some of them aren't from this world. And I believe that they can help me in my quest in finding out more about the past and whatnot because of that. They're very unique.
So you might want to play on that interaction with PB's character?
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Welcome back to Earth, PB.
Sorry.
It's good to have you.
Okay, listen, I heard
Do you
Knights
want
of
to
the
go
Old
get the
Republic and I
NASA?
just yanked my headphones off.
Do you want to get the NASA suit for a second? Or
Yeah, okay. All right. All right. What was it though that you wanted to?
So her character is trying to learn more about the past, basically. So you guys might have a connection there.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, and then awesome. So your team first came together. We totally broke some major rules to win the fight. What rules did we break? What rules were they? So that's something you guys have to think about.
I put down using my powers in public, and I used my teleportation to confuse and shock someone, and
You wrote down the brain.
the brain, yeah.
What?
That's, I didn't know, like, if I should, like, use current teammates or past
Makes it
people.
interesting, in my opinion.
Hold on. What is this for?
So this was the rules that you set up. The rules.
Who's in
Moon
space
Duck's in the chat. I'm the Moon Duck. I'm the Moon Duck.
So
Nice.
so basically, she had a question. We totally broke some major rules to win the fight in the first time you guys came together. What rules did we break? Whose rules were they? So they were. She's saying that they were your rules. You can't use your powers in public.
Yeah.
I could see that.
That's
Because like the
interesting.
brain would have like rules before when we go to the mission.
I
can
could,
see the brain
yeah,
doing
like, totally.
that. Is that not something your character would do?
Know it all, anal, like,
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
we should go in
But
like.
he's not okay. So I know he's got a lot of actually moves, but that's not his personality. He's not the one ordering or like doing anything.
We
He's
don't
not
know
the
that.
leader.
Yeah.
So
Could
Well,
have
you could
been
have set some kind of minor thing or whatever. and I was
right, like it could be something.
I mean, you could have
What if
given her
it's
a
like-
gadget and
okay.
told her how to use it a certain way.
What if
and
it's like-
she didn't do
Or
that
who's the
right?
most
Or
assertive
like
person in the
never
group?
use your powers on brain. Like if you have any like silly things like that where you like never use your powers on him, like never touch him, and the one time
Yeah.
she'd like teleport
Oh
him
yeah,
out.
I have like
that was the
that's
rule.
totally a thing where it's
You know
like
what I
I have
mean?
like really specific like
Yeah.
don't touch me.
Yeah,
Things like
yeah.
that.
I
And,
like
she-
that.
She had to break like the golden rule.
In order to like
If-
save
if
you or
that's the
something.
thing, yeah. If that's something.
No,
Yeah,
that
could've
would
just-
make sense. I'm trying to figure. Do I need to know what that is? Because it makes sense, and I'd be down.
If
to
it's a
make
rule, I would assume yeah.
so then, well, no, not right. I meant right now.
Well,
but,
actually,
um,
maybe they know the rules. It's one of those like personality quirks that you have. They all know it, but
Like,
you
we
don't
noticed
realize
it.
what it is.
Yeah.
Time.
Like, oh no,
You're,
you
like,
can't, you
oblivious.
can't,
Oh,
you can't
no,
hug him.
you just-
You can't. No,
you just-
you can't hug
no,
him.
no, real simple, real simple. You corrected me. You just corrected me.
I mean, that's a very.
That's
unique
like the
thing to do,
unspoken
honestly,
rule.
so.
You never. Yes.
Yeah, don't correct him. It just
Yeah.
causes more problems.
Exactly. Yeah, because then
Oh,
he's
that's
just
awkward.
like, well,
if you
and he, like
if you
pulls out
act
the fucking
if
receipt.
you act on something that is like basically like you knew that I was wrong, and you act against that or whatever, but you don't specifically say, no, you're wrong this, I don't
Yeah.
pay attention to that. I'm just like, the job's done, great. But if you specifically take a moment to go like, no, actually, it's this.
Actually,
But yeah, you were like, we need to do this thing to save this type of thing,
Yeah.
and you're like,
It's like-
no, you're wrong. And
Everyone
you
just
go
goes
the
with it.
opposite.
Oh, I love semantics.
I wish we could change
This
your
is gonna be great.
characters. I wish
You
we
ready
could.
for another PvP moment
wish-
next time, Vio? Because it's not going to be
Yeah.
today.
I wish we could rename your character from Scraps to Actually. It would just make me so happy.
Oh man.
Who's this hero?
it could be what we call him in secret.
Oh, that's so mean.
Oh,
no. He's
I
so
do love the
vulnerable.
unspoken rule thing, though. I love that unspoken rule.
It would crush him.
PB, listen,
Like,
guys.
oh.
PB pretends to be all nice and everything. She's secretly horrible.
It's evil.
I'm
Oh,
just
man.
imagining, like, who's that hero? Oh, it's Actually.
Oh man. Oh, I have my hero name now.
Poor Goobers. Why have you done this to him?
Oh man.
Oh god.
Okay, we can't ruin his character before we even play it.
No, no.
Actually, we can't.
Depression +3. No, the real abort mission. No.
I don't want to roll that label. I
Okay.
don't want to roll that label.
Next.
Oh god.
So you keep trying to impress Blank with your antics.
The brain.
Okay.
What?
Very hyper focused on you, man. I'm sorry.
You
All right. Let's do it.
My
This is weird.
personality.
It's okay. I'm down. Let's do it. Wow, wasn't expecting it, but cool.
you and Blank pulled an awesome, if illegal, stunt together.
Lucy.
What's that?
Wait,
I-
oh,
I don't.
No,
don't
no,
know
this is
what,
another
but I wanted
character.
to be
This is one of
Lucy.
the other characters here.
Yeah.
Not
no,
Lucy.
It's gotta be.
One of
Oh,
these
no?
One
characters.
of us. One of
Oh, what
us.
have you got?
I'm sorry, what?
I'm thinking.
Okay, no problem. You don't have to do it immediately. It's fine. Your influence. You care way more than you let on. Give 3 teammates influence over you.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh.
The brain.
it. I didn't see it coming.
Jay's character and Phoebe's character.
Cool.
What's your
Okay,
character's
so-
name again?
So Vio,
Trick.
you've got the
Tricks.
influence on you.
Trix.
TRIKZ. Actually.
Are you fucking
Get
kidding?
So
fucked, nerd.
so Vio, just to be clear, the stuff that
Yes.
you got listed there, that's for them. That's not for you.
Oh.
Yeah, we get in. I think it's tricks with a Z but without the C, right?
Okay, here we go. Trick.
Got it.
TRIKZ.
Okay. so-
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And let's see. Is there a There's no nomad in here anyway.
Oh, I thought that was Phoebe's character.
No,
Hold on, let's-
PB's the innocent.
I
There-
was going to be a nomad.
Yeah, I got
I was
close.
considering.
Okay. Let's see. Your moves. You get to choose 3. Marry contrary. When someone tries to pierce your mask, comfort or support you, or provoke you, you can interfere. Roll plus superior. On a hit, they take -2 to their roll. On a 10 plus, you also take influence over them or clear a condition.
Yes.
On a miss, they get a 10 plus no matter what they rolled, and you mark a condition of their choice.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. I choose that one.
Fuck.
Okay? I don't care what you think. Whenever you reject
Nope.
others' influence, add a +2 to your roll. Team.
Oh,
What
damn.
team? When you use team selfishly, clear a condition or mark potential. The first time in a session that you
Whoa,
use
you
team
get to mark potential when
Are
you
you
flip this over?
Fucking kidding me?
Oh.
Yeah.
VO
Yeah.
is the fuck. Is
I
the
really
fucking
wanted to
thing that
play.
She's just gonna rip out as fast as she can.
Man. If
I
you
can
played a
still
power
add these on as
negation,
we play, right? As I level up.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Whew.
Okay. So, yeah. So, the first time in a session that you use team to help a teammate take +1 forward. Criminal Mind. When you assess the situation, you can always ask one of the following questions, even on a miss. What here is useful or valuable to me? How could I best infuriate or provoke blank? What's the best way in/way past?
Yeah.
Okay. So you get 3. You chose Merry, Contrary, Criminal Mind so far. Troublemaker. When you help a teammate through destructive, criminal, or rule-breaking actions, you can give them a +2 instead of a +1 when you spend a team from the pool. When you are you watching closely? When you mislead, distract, or trick someone, roll plus superior. On a hit, they are fooled, at least for a moment. On a 10+, choose 3. On a 7 and 9, choose 2. You get an opportunity. You expose a weakness or flaw. You confuse them for some time. You avoid further entanglement. On a miss, you're hopelessly embroiled in it and under pressure. Mark a condition.
That's the one.
Okay.
Damn. That's a
You know,
good
your
ability.
character is what my dad would call a cretin.
What's what?
A little shit.
Them's fighting.
a cretin, a creep.
Oh, you're gonna love me.
She's Gremlin the character,
Fray's
basically.
gonna love me.
Yeah. Fray's gonna love me.
Okay.
Oh,
Can I
no.
bite it? Can I eat it?
Oh my God.
Who is next?
Brayton.
I'm ready, PB. What
Go
do you?
for
What?
it. Yeah, I'll go last. That's fine.
Okay,
PB
sure.
has reasons.
Okay, that's totally
well,
fair.
I mean, I don't actually. I'm just
Oh,
cool. But yeah, go first.
okay. I won't be cool. That's fine.
What? Oh my God. I hate how easily you guys can make me feel terrible about everything that I say. Oh. Go ahead.
Okay, thanks.
Hang on. Let's pull your sheet up here.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Went Roman with the names. Okay.
Yeah.
Did we? Did
No,
all of
he-
us?
No, he did. I didn't see
So
your name.
did you? Didn't you?
I did.
I didn't even see your name yet.
Oh,
I was going to also.
You're Greek, not
Oh,
Roman.
yeah. No, sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'm an idiot. We all knew that.
Okay. Why don't you introduce us to your hero, Dan?
Yes. So I will be the soldier. Hero name the Legate, which was a
name that everyone will mispronounce throughout the entirety of the season.
Yep, it's Legate. Or at least I'm going to call it that because I'm going to stick with it. But basically, it stands for like envoy or something. It was a Senate member that was brought in as a commander in the Roman Legion. So not necessarily the commander, but they were brought in as like advisors and envoys. So the Legate, and I was trying to decide real name. He doesn't have a last name, which we'll get into why. But chat, I want your help. Riley or Weaver?
What? You could name him Maximilian, man. Or like
Weaver's pretty cool.
Weaver
Weaver's
is a
pretty
really
dope.
cool name, but I don't. Does it match?
or
the,
is it Riley?
Why not the
we-
real name Riley and then your code name is Weaver?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want
his
Legate?
code name is Legate.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think that's a really fucking.
Why not
cool.
Riley Weaver?
Yeah, Riley.
I mean,
Well,
I
he
could
doesn't
do
have a
that.
last
yeah.
name.
Yeah.
He didn't have a last name.
I am a fan of the name
And you
Riley.
said,
Riley
well,
the Beaver
if
Weaver.
there is a reason why he didn't have a last name,
There is, yeah.
Oh,
so-
and I would say stick with one name. Pick one.
Yeah.
I think Weaver's really
Riley.
cool. I'm just wondering if it feels right towards a soldier-like character. I mean, my brain calls upon the closest thing, which is like kind of weasel, which is not what you're looking for, I'm assuming. But it's still a really cool name.
I mean, chat's almost exclusive. Well, aside from putting them together,
Riley.
is thinking Weaver,
Okay.
right? Yeah, I think we'll go with Weaver.
Okay.
Yeah, there we
All
go.
right.
Weaver.
So, Let's do the looks.
Don't sell them short.
What does your
That's
character
me,
look
guys.
like?
That's my character.
White male, 16 years old, trained body, like very muscled, like kind of like on the tone lean side, probably a bit more than wiry, but still very well trained. Stylish clothing with military, like the costume is basically military garb, whatever probably the military soldiers of Aegis wear.
Okay, very cool. I think they modeled this playbook on an Aegis personnel, so
I'm
that
guessing
uniform,
so.
that uniform that's there is probably a good representation. And by
Yeah,
the way,
very
guys,
close.
we're gonna have to figure out the uniform for the Phoenix Academy because you guys are 100% gonna have uniforms.
Oh.
So, Chad, if you got some cool uniform ideas, please go ahead and post those in the fan fiction. I'd love to see the uniform ideas that you may have. I think everybody would be super hyped to see that kind of stuff. And okay,
No.
so abilities. Super
Yes.
strength and durability, energy blasts, enhanced senses, a signature weapon, augmented mechanical limbs, an alternate monstrous form.
So enhanced senses is one of them.
Yeah, that's one. You get two.
And I'm thinking I was going to go with the signature weapon. But what that is, I'm not sure. I also wanted to clarify, is that because it's an ability, like it looks more or less like a superpower. This is the idea of the ability. So I'm wondering, and maybe Chad can help out with this, what weapon would he have? Because I am not wanting to build him to be more combat focused.
Oh.
So you're thinking like a warrior?
So
build?
like you want a signature weapon, but you don't want it to be like crazy combat focused.
Yeah, exactly.
So you could get like a dampening rifle or something. Like it's just takes away their power. It's not aggressive, but
could be a thing I built for you.
Could be, yeah.
yeah.
If you want something that's like it says like
I think you're
non-lethal, then
Possibly
like,
thinking like the Captain America shield aspect
mean,
of things.
In some ways, yes.
What about like a staff? Just a staff, like a bow staff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because if you're going like the monk route.
It's not inherently lethal.
Yeah, more for stunning and blocking rather than anything else.
Mm.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Some
like a
kind
fucking-
of gauntlets.
Gauntlets, actually, yeah, gauntlets could
Perhaps
work.
with gems in them.
Well, yeah, like the idea that, yeah, I kind of like the idea of gauntlets because then it's again very blocking and boxing focused, so you can knock
that'd be
people
cool.
out more than actually, yeah.
Oh my God,
So
I want them to be like the fucking
Some kind of
where
stun
those
gloves.
gauntlets from? They're like they punch, then they've got a little like mass thing, and then that adds extra hit to it.
oh, like power gloves from Fallout,
Fallout, yeah.
Yeah.
like the pneumatic gloves.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we're going like futuristic, right? You could have it kind of like cyberpunk.
All
where
right.
it's-
Here's what I want. I want you to have a
Utility belt?
big O arms, okay?
Oh
They
my
got
God.
rocket fucking just boom, and then there's rockets at the end that go kapow, and just blow holes through things. That's what I want.
just have,
Get
like-
out of me.
It's
You're
his
like
character.
really
Let him play
good
whatever he
arms.
wants.
Hilarious.
Sorry. I just we're talking
You
about
chose
what-
the
sorry.
brain.
I got
Hey,
excited.
he asked the
got
chat.
excited.
I
got
did ask the
excited.
chat. I did ask the chat.
God,
A
go with-
satchel of ketchup. There it is. Thank you, Brad.
How did Wack let you get a fucking character that can't die or whatever the vulnerable thing? How did that shit happen? And you're coming at us with a sack of ketchup. Get the fuck out of here.
I kind of like the idea of I think if anything, because it's a superpower, it's a signature weapon. It might be something where he's able to focus energy into his fists, which are kind of dampened. So they end up like boxing gloves or that kind of idea.
Okay.
So it's still somewhat power based, but it's considered non-lethal, at least in his mind.
Okay. You get some kind of gauntlets. I'll let you figure out all the aspects to it.
Yeah.
Go for
I'm
it.
totally adding big O fists to my power armor. This is how this is.
Okay, so your labels. You start off with a -1 in danger, a 0 in freak, a +2 in savior, a +1 in superior, a 0 in mundane. What are you adding a buff to? You get a
Freak.
+1. Okay.
1 in freak.
Okie doke. Your backstory. What tragedy or disaster led you to gaining your abilities? What inspired you to officially join Aegis? What does Aegis do for the world that no one else can? Who, outside of Aegis and the team, connects you to the civilian world? Why do you care about the team?
Okay. So tragedy or disaster is the alien invasion. I am imagining Weaver, he was created here. So he grew up entirely in the station, no parents, no nothing. Potentially in one of those like vats that we saw in Identity Crisis. He was made to be a super soldier here. He is an Aegis agent, full and full. Doesn't have parents because it's Aegis.
Okay. Fair enough.
So yeah, the disaster is the entirety of it. He's been built for this.
You grew up into this role.
Yeah.
Okay. What inspired you to officially join Aegis is probably part of that.
Absolutely. He believes truly in their cause.
Yeah. And
Everything he's known is this.
It's almost you were indoctrinated into
Absolutely.
Oh man.
Absolutely.
What does Aegis do for the world that no one else can?
They are one of the few that are the beacon of hope and fighting for freedom.
Okay. So probably in your eyes and in Aegis's eyes, you are the representative of Aegis for what Aegis can be.
Mm-hmm.
You are that sort of idol that probably everyone that's in Aegis or part of it is looking to as an example of how this can be done. Who outside of Aegis and the team connects you to the civilian world?
So I was thinking that potentially one of the like vigilante heroes. I don't know who yet, and I might let you pick that whack. Especially when we maybe have NPCs. Someone that I met on a mission that I worked with on the ground. And it was kind of an eye-opening experience of there are more people outside of Aegis helping.
Yeah, absolutely. There's eyes and ears. Absolutely. There's eyes and ears for Aegis.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So you can let me know whoever that is later.
You make it up. It's all you.
Make it up. Okay, great. I'm going to say it's probably one of the older heroes that has been around since before the invasion. Chat, here's a good hero from Identity Crisis that you would be. No,
I know
Wait.
who I know who it should be, but I'd rather chat participates than me.
Yeah, so that's what I'm at. So chat, who would you like to have seen that is stuck around and stayed on the ground?
Vape heroes
20
are not available.
Vape heroes are not available. Poloculus?
Poloculus is, I think they already
Poloculus.
said he's
I already said
on-
Poloculus is old guard.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so he's
He's
already
there. Yeah.
Oh, Sensor
Yeah.
was a cool one.
Sensor was really
But
cool.
we've also Super Ball, he's already in.
Super Bowl's already in. I am.
What about
Oh, and the
Alchemist?
baby. No. Sense.
Joy?
Oh, it's Joy. It's
Yeah?
absolutely Joy.
Oh, man,
Okay.
Was that
100%
secretly what
Joy.
you wanted, Wax? That's Oh man,
Maybe.
dude.
It may have been, but yeah,
Is it
Joy.
Joy or Haagen-Dazs?
It's Joy. Joy, I'm gonna say, is probably been the
Just want
leader.
you to know, Jay, I still hate you for that. Okay,
I'm
you
so
piece of
sorry.
shit, so garbage human. Fuck you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say, Joy, who's been leading the Model 10s in like an underground resistance after the incident.
PB cries in character creation. This is crossing the fucking line, guys.
New record. Speed run.
New record.
Bring us on, AGD.
Come on. Let's go.
Achievement. We're gonna need plus 10
Achievement
XP.
unlocked.
Hey, at one point, can we make?
PB crying.
I was gonna say, can we take a thing from Boyle Bingo and just make it PB Bingo for
Wow.
Halcyon?
I'm
You
not
watch
crying
Brooklyn
this time.
Nine-Nine?
I'm not crying.
I genuinely though, if somebody in the chat would whip it together, I would love to see
Listen.
an identity, like a masks bingo, because like I know that there's gonna be difference in characters, but we're all the same people.
Yeah,
And
we already
you know
have.
that shit's gonna happen.
We already have the Brooklyn Nine-Nine jokes with the title of your first sex tape.
Yeah, just Dan gets depressing. That would be a good one.
Easy. PB cries is the free space. We've got a thing for this is like right above that. That's the-
Oh god. Oh yeah, we got a video for this. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so we've got a thing for this. That's what you always say. We've got a thing for this. Or is it video?
Okay. Let's see.
Music plays.
Next up,
Clearwaters.
TV micro expressions come to the fore.
Oh man.
okay.
Boy, are we in for a treat?
Yes!
Okay, that's almost free.
Yes!
That is almost free.
100%.
Wax says okay.
Oh my god.
Do it up.
Oh my god, please.
Someone
make
please
me
do
sing.
this.
Oh god.
all right.
Oh.
So,
God.
why do you care about the team?
Not only have I like grown up with people like Rufus, because I've grown up with him. I have it's a mix of camaraderie because they're my group, they're my team. I'm supposed to protect them. I was made to protect them. There's a very strong sense of duty to care about them. It's not even just a friendship thing. It's like I have to care about them.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to care about them. Okay.
Yeah, I have to care about them. It's what I know. What's what I know I need to do.
It's basically purely for practical reasons.
It's practical reasons. Yeah, I would say at the very least it started there.
You've taken emotion to a practical place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just destroyed Jay in a fucking
I wasn't-
DM.
I wasn't laughing
Sorry.
when he said dude.
I know.
It's like halfway through that, Whack hits me with time travel's the worst. I hate you both.
What? Time travel's the best.
It's the worst.
I love
The
it.
worst.
It's the best.
I said
You guys
Whack was
just
like,
have to make
I
like, a
don't
different,
need.
like-
I don't
like,
want
we
a
had this
fucking
idea,
flow
like,
chart.
Yeah, I mean, like we had this cool idea for that timeline, and Wax just like, I fucking hate you. Like, goddamn. This is supposed to be an aliens. Now we've got into Bioshock. Fuck.
Oh God! I looked at your paragraph that you just wrote me, and I just went, "What the fuck?" Like,
oh, it's beautiful. How dare you?
great. Okay, I'll try and figure that shit out. Let me get
Hey,
my
man.
decoder ring.
Cinco muchachos, 5 guys.
So next, when your team first came together, our victory secured an important resource for Aegis. What was it?
Yeah, should we start coming up with these? Because I feel like that's
go
what's
for
left
it.
On our,
We're
on
gonna
our
be so
character.
fucking late already with this
Yeah.
show.
So
Just
what's
start
the
writing
important
shit.
thing? What's the important thing we came up with, or the important resource we? Was it something to build a weapon for Dan's character? Like something the brain needed, maybe?
I'm sorry.
some
I'm
kinda-
what was this for again?
This
This
is
is
for-
for Dan's first meeting
Yeah.
character.
We're
thing.
trying to shape the first event that made you guys come together,
Yeah.
and everybody's got a piece of the puzzle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this isn't like 5 singular
This
events.
is
it's
one
big-
event.
One big event.
What event?
One big
Keep
event.
in mind
Okay.
that this big event has to be with my my villain self in the present.
I would say that it could just be like our school headquarters, whatever, was under attack. But obviously, it wasn't under attack from the Tangi, or else they would destroy the whole thing. So it was under attack from you.
Yeah, it could it like because this
So
is
I find the school and I
could
come
be
and
you.
attack it.
Maybe you're like the
What if-
fucking. Are like what if like
Oh,
present
that's a
you is like a
really good
headhunter of like heroes for the Tangi?
Ooh.
So, like you have, what if you have
Oh.
like some personal grudge or something like that, or something that you think like, I've got to come back and I've got to destroy everything because.
oh
Present you knows that past you is here.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. I
Like
can
they
go
feel
for
it,
that.
and they're like,
Yeah,
"Nothing,"
and they're like,
they just
no,
start-
and
yeah.
they come to kill me. Okay, cool.
And so that
So
was
much
like
right
the
now.
first moment, right? We
Yeah,
that
that
was
worked.
like
That
That
makes
doesn't you mean?
the resource we secured was information.
I need a
Or
flow
time
chart.
travel.
That's the only way I'm going
I
to
was gonna
understand the
say
time travel
that
stuff.
or-
Need a flowchart.
Well, so I there was a couple ideas. Present you is a Tangi bounty hunter and knows you're here. And
I like
it's
that.
possible, or something. I saw another one. I worked with Rufus to bring you back from the past because of present you.
Okay,
What
Okay.
What
that
if Joy brought us all
You want
together?
to go
Okay.
ahead, Jay? Go
that
ahead.
kind of like Joy as well. That kind of plays into because poor Wack. What I messaged Wack about
It's so easy.
is the reason that I came back from future to present day for you guys is because I was pulled back, and same with PB's character, that we were both like pulled to this timeline to do something. So it could have been you guys that pulled us along with AI Agent Waxen.
It's super easy.
So-
28-year-old me is a villain. 48-year-old me is a super villain, and 18-year-old me is an innocent idiot. And
Yeah.
we're meeting kind of
So
like,
You get pulled,
yeah, Jay and
I
I
get
are meeting in
pulled,
the middle to stop.
right? And you guys are
28-year-old
like,
me.
well, we don't know who you are, but you're the ones that we pulled through, so let's work together.
Yeah.
That
And then
or
I'm like, oh, here's the.
You know, I always try and watch time travel stuff like an idiot on like Netflix. I'm like, oh, time travel, and it's always the same event. I watch like a season or half a season, and then I'm like,
I fucking love time travel. It's one of my, can I just
Wack is
speak out
so
about
upset
one of
they
my-
ruined his whole show.
one of my favorite time travel moments in film ever was in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
it's the only it's the only time travel stuff I like.
When they're like, why don't we just, when all this is done, why don't we just like put the keys behind this bush here? And then they go to the bush and then, oh yeah, there it is. It's perfect. Perfection.
Oh man.
Remember a trash can. Remember a trash can.
Just remember to do this.
so maybe that event was us all fighting PB's present self.
Yeah.
And we were able to get them to retreat.
Yeah.
And that may have been what we pulled you from your timelines to do. Is
Yeah.
maybe
Oh god, I love
you
sliders.
pulling
Oh my God.
the timeline made present future like present PB. You know, that was the reason why present PB attacked, was because you guys were pulling current PB through
Got
the
it.
timeline.
Got it.
Right?
I'm with you. I'm with
So
you.
like that's why they attacked. So you guys are the reason that they kind of came in and started attacking, and it was like,
I got it. You're gonna have to give a flow chart, but I got it. We need a flow chart. Get
All right,
on
guys.
it, chat. Get on it.
I'm taking down the nano leaves. I'm gonna put up a giant whiteboard, and we're gonna start to do a flow chart here. Okay? Who's pulling who? This is a freaky circle jerk.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and delete the Harbinger and Innocent real quick from the options.
Oh,
Well,
oh
The
man.
show will be mysteriously canceled.
present
next
PB
week.
is a known bounty hunter. Yeah.
I don't know about Bounty Hunter.
You don't like the idea of them being a Tangi bounty hunter?
Yeah, I don't know
Okay.
about that.
That's
but
okay.
I think I'd actually like to leave what their villainous thing is up to Wack, which is something I will regret later, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
Sure. That's
When we get to my
how he
character,
can
I'll
make up
explain
hating
why.
time travel. He gets to make you terrible.
yeah. Yeah, that's kind of, yeah. Well, when it's my turn, we'll talk about that. But yeah.
It's like watching
Fair.
Barry Allen explain Flashpoint.
Wow.
Whenever that shit's on, like on the Flash, I'm just like, okay, I can go get a snack now. Oh my God! All right.
You're gonna love this.
Oh, somebody's got to draw me some kind of fucking diagram.
I will. It'll be
This
easy.
is the worst. Yeah.
Just
Okay.
remember,
Okay.
28-year-old
Okay.
48-year-old
Okay.
There's
Okay.
a really
18-year-old.
easy way to get
Easy.
All right.
Okay.
I'm opening up MS Paint.
draw
I got you.
yeah.
I got you.
All
the
right.
I'll draw
timeline
you a
in 10
diagram.
minutes or less. Here we go.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Great.
the
We know how
important
we met.
resource. The important resource.
Where's the important resource? Hold on.
Were we?
No,
the
no, I
important
just said-
resource?
what
we
is the-
secured an important resource?
Oh, I like that better. So
Yeah.
we
Well, that's
go
the
to
question. That was the fucking question.
That's what I mean. If we try to go to get the resource, rather than the school being attacked, I like that we go to get the resource and stop present PB from getting the resource.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because then,
okay.
then the Tangi has no possible idea of where the school is.
Yeah. So what resource did we secure? It might have been what would have been a tool that you were working on, Rufus.
Can it be whatever resource is needed to eventually create the time travel machine?
Oh,
Yeah.
to send you guys back.
Wack hates me. Wack hates me so much right now.
It's the fucking unobtainium of this world, right? Like,
I mean, it could have been to try to send you guys back with the knowledge you have.
what if it's something that's like really fucked up, like Tangi blood or some shit like that?
Wow.
The Tangi
Or
could
wait,
have
wait,
an
wait,
energy
wait.
source that you need.
I was
Yeah.
just gonna say, yes, that's actually much better and
Yeah,
really,
and
really awesome.
and you have been able to create small portable battery versions of this energy source, and that's how you activate the chameleon field.
Yeah. Oh my God. So wait, your chameleon fields. So the resource that we need could be the chameleon field that's over the entire school. So it's like a really big deal that we get this resource. Yeah. So your brain is responsible for keeping the school safe?
Well,
Wow, you know what? That
It was
sounds
safe
like a big
beforehand. It sounded like
Big
the
brain?
school was safe before he was
All right.
around.
Whack.
So it's a matter of like
Is it an insurance factor?
I got
Like,
you.
it might be a backup thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Or me.
in case we're found.
Jay,
Here
am
it
I going to get
comes.
real angry? I feel like I'm going to get real angry.
That's your flow chart.
I feel like I'm
Can
going to
I
get
see
real
it?
angry.
Can you send it to me too?
I
will
want it,
post
man.
this in our Discord.
Yes,
This is
please.
in our
I
Discord.
would love to see this.
Here we go.
Oh God. Wow. See, so easy. There's
Easy.
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 Okay, hold on. I want to see. Why did you smell?
Dude, I
Easy.
feel like Goober's character is like Professor Xavier or something, dude. Like
Save it.
I
Yeah.
got to look. I got
My
to.
Love this.
character?
Present
Big
PB
brain.
is batshit, and we are trying to stop her. Future PB is crazy.
Easy. Easy. Look at that.
Hold on. I got to make this available to the public.
I'll be honest, Jay, after looking at that flow chart, I've lost some of my knowledge on what I thought the timeline was.
Yep, I have too.
I
100%.
thought I knew what you were
100%.
talking
You made
about.
it worse, Jay. You
Look
made it worse.
Listen.
You made it worse.
One.
It's
listen.
worse.
Past, present, future. Okay.
Got it.
They've converged into the present currently.
Jay, there are 7 boxes in that flowchart. That's not
Right.
great.
You go past, present, future. What's happening underneath? Okay,
Really, you
that
could
is
have
what's
just put the
happening.
one line at the young PB. Young PB is pulled to present.
Okay, all right,
Yeah,
we're gonna
anyway,
do this. All right.
I just want to make sure Rab's
Look on Rab's
timeline.
fucking tweet.
What is this?
Yes.
Is this? Listen, come on, chat. That's pretty good, guys. That's pretty good. All right, that's pretty good.
Episode 2.
Why does that make you angry, Odias? That's beautiful. Look at that. Okay, all right, everyone.
There we go.
Past is young PB. Okay.
Yeah.
Future PB is crazy. Is obviously future PB.
Like
okay?
supervillain.
Everything
Yeah.
that happens vertically is what's happening in that timeline. Now, both of those timelines have been pulled to middle PB, which is batshit crazy, and we're trying to stop her. Easy fucking game, all right? Bro BB's in the chat. Big time.
Right, Jack? So good.
That's the way I
Such a
see
good
time
tweet.
travel right there.
That's such a good
Perfect.
tweet, Rapster.
Perfect. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot I can't do the OK symbol. Never mind. Sorry. Edit that part out. Oh my God.
Oh, wait.
We'll tell you later.
All right.
Wait, what?
Okay, great.
Don't worry about it. We'll tell you later.
Totally fine.
What a beautiful
Energy
timeline.
source.
Oh, it's a handout. Please keep that there forever now.
Yes.
Oh my
I need to reference that
We have to
whenever.
reference
as a
that
handout.
occasionally.
Yeah. Hold on. Pull out the handout. All right. Okay, I got
My
it.
character's name is Young.
Young PB.
Oh man.
Oh my God. We're going so over today. I
I'm
hope everybody's
sorry.
prepared for this. Okay. So
All right. Yeah, I got the first meeting down.
relationships.
We went to secure. Yeah. Okay.
Relationships. Blank is crucial to the long-term success of Aegis. I must protect them.
I'm gonna say, PB's character.
Okay.
Sorry, what?
You are crucial to long-term success of Aegis.
Wait, really? You think so?
Makes sense.
Oh, that's.
Well, future you is batshit crazy, and present you is batshit
We have
crazy.
to. We have to
Oh,
change.
so not that like
Okay, yeah, okay.
it's like
It's
making
critical
sure she
that
doesn't
you
go
stop
crazy.
me from being
Yeah,
a
yeah,
fucking... Okay, all
We
right.
pulled.
I'm down
We know.
for that.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
found out maybe through.
No pressure, Young.
No
King,
pressure.
But you need
Found
to
out
get your
through
shit
me, and then
together.
you guys got pulled.
Maybe
yeah.
we found out
'Cause you're
through
an
you.
asshole.
Yeah.
You came back first, and we found out through you that she's gonna.
Well-
we're trying to fix things.
I
That's
don't
it.
know why I got pulled. So
Right? Maybe
That's
we
it.
do.
yeah, maybe
Yeah.
you do. Maybe that's you guys pulled me. So yeah, okay, cool. I'm into it.
But okay, I'm just putting PB because I'll fix that when I know who you are.
Okay.
I don't even know who I am.
Blank
Great.
isn't always
Time
thrilled
travel
with Blank isn't always thrilled with the way Aegis handles things. I've come to value their critiques, even if I don't agree with them.
I'm gonna say Jay's character,
Yeah, that'd probably be me.
Achilles.
That's Achilles.
You named your character Achilles?
I named my character Achilles.
Okay.
Do you have a first name, or you only go by
Yeah,
Achilles?
it's Marcus.
Marcus. Okay.
But I feel like he would only go by Achilles most times.
Sure. So yeah, you're not. I would feel like you're probably not too thrilled on how we run things, maybe because you know things we don't about Aegis in the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I also respect that.
yeah.
I mean,
go.
I think here's the thing though. Everybody's talking about time travel and stuff. I don't think it's a thing where we're going to be doing any sort of time traveling.
No.
After
No.
what
It's,
happened.
The biggest
It was
focus
an
is on
accident.
my character, actually, because my character's got all the time, like, looking into the future stuff. But we don't actually time travel. It's just, this is like building the present. We're both
Yeah.
just time travelers, and it's we've both come into the same timeline. So like,
Yeah, we're not gonna
Yeah.
we're not gonna do the
But
we're
it's
not gonna
right-
do time travel and stuff because that's when you do it middle of the show. That's when it gets real fucky, and we're not gonna do that. I think it's a matter of like it's setting it up. It's setting where did it
No, it happened this one time. This is it. They had all the
yeah,
energy.
'cause, like I
If
can't
you
go
don't
back.
do it, you
So this-
fucking fail, and the
Right.
world is over.
Yeah, yeah. Like,
I
what
that
keeps you
hanging in
from
balance?
returning to the future? You guys pulled me back, and we can't put me forward, right? I've got to.
What keeps you from returning in the future? There is no future.
Because time travel.
But there's no future in that
There's no future
timeline.
because- yeah.
There's one in our timeline though.
I want to go back in time when I decided what playbooks would be available to you guys and strike
fucked up.
the innocent and Harbinger
Uh-huh.
from the
Fucked up,
fucking
kid.
list.
You fucked up, kid.
Yeah,
That's your fault.
on you.
This is your
That is
fault.
on you. You
Add
said all
add another
playbooks.
box to the bingo board. It's when Whack cries in the shower with his clothes on because of his choices.
That's the free space. That's just life choices. We can talk about this separately.
Free space. Good news, everybody. It's the middle one. You get a free one every week.
Josh Broterlin used all his time travel charges and is stuck with Deadpool. I mean Rufus.
Does it affect the future, or does it just create alternate realities? Is it time locked? What are the rules, Whack?
Ooh, that's a good point, actually.
I'm gonna roll the die, Brad. Since you love dice so much, we're gonna roll the pink die.
Don't
and
we
we'll
all?
see
Isn't
what
that
this
why we
is
do
gonna
this?
be. Does it affect the future? Does it just create alternate realities? Is it time locked? So
I'll tell you right
one
now.
of 3 options. 1 to 2 is the first one.
Don't do the alternate realities.
I don't give a fuck. I'm
It's
rolling
so
whatever
hard.
this dice says.
No.
The
Okay.
alternate reality is number 2. Time locked is number 3. It is time locked.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
Fuck, man, we would have gone full DBC with that, dude. Oh no. We would have been in a
I like
fucking
time locked.
universe fighting arena thing in like 2
Mm-hmm.
episodes.
When do we get to the Dragon Ball G
Bingo board of
version
every
it that's
time
not
Whack-
canon?
I'm going-
every time
Everyone
Whack
hates-
fucks up the continuity and creates a
the beauty, Brad, is I will actually create an NPC named Paradox.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
Probably.
man.
And
They're
This
like
whole
the
bingo
time
board is gonna
puncher.
be free spaces, Whack.
Well, I was gonna say it's just PB's character and Jay's character
Well, I think-
fused into one person.
Yeah, oh man.
I did
even
that
if
last season.
Yeah. Even if
I
it happens,
shouldn't
like we don't
exist.
have to address it either, right? Like it's like, oh, this might create a paradox where the story we're focusing on is this timeline, so we don't always have to.
Well, it's time locked, so we're just hoping to. Yeah.
So,
Cool. Okay.
next,
Great.
the influence. Respect is earned, soldier. Tell 2 of your teammates what they did to earn your esteem and give them influence. Everyone else will have to match their efforts.
Great.
Fucking Brad. For fuck's sakes, Brad.
Yep. I love it. That's what I want.
Yep, I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Gonna give influence to Paradox first. Because anyway, to Achilles. Achilles is gonna get influence first. I'm gonna say
Love influence.
respect was earned. Probably one of the times that he pushed against what I was saying. One of the times giving like a recommendation based on my training, and what you did worked really well. Y'all are terrible.
Yeah. No. Because I was thinking about that earlier as well. Because there's, I mean, if we're going with this timeline of the rebellion, then the rebellion would either succeed or fail. So he would have like some wishy-washy knowledge, for fuck's sake, about all of this.
You guys think you know PB.
Oh my god, dude. He is the worst human being when it comes to Discord DMs, dude. Or Zoom DMs. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god!
Fucking hell, man. No wonder you become a villain in the future. Yeah, of course, this is
She's on the path already. It's going to happen.
definitely fucking time locked for sure.
Yeah, we're time locked. It's fucked.
I don't even know what that would have been, but
I mean,
there's probably a couple moments where like pushing against the grain of like, no, that wouldn't,
like I know it wouldn't work. Let's do this thing, and that was enough to trust. It happened enough times where I was able to trust you on your opinions, even though it kind of went against what I was thinking.
to trust the gut. The
Yeah.
gut of Achilles. That
So, yeah, you
perfect
take
intact
influence.
gut.
Yeah.
What's the
And
character's
then-
name again? Oh, you're Legate. Fuck.
Legate or Weaver. He goes
Weaver.
almost exchange
Okay.
back and forth.
Well, we
There's no real need for a hidden identity because
Yeah.
it's Aegis. But the other one is to Rufus. Rufus gets influence. We grew up together, and yeah, I've come to kind of trust his intellect and his recommendations on like plans and calculating stuff. So it's not really been one incident. It's been just years and years of that.
Okay. So make a note. And
Wax,
so it's
stop
two.
typing for the table story. You're
It's two
fucking
teams.
Disgraceful.
Two teammates.
he did.
Brandon
Yeah.
and me.
Brain and
Achilles.
Achilles. Okay.
Brain and Achilles. Yeah.
All right. Nobody's given any influence to the delinquent so far.
So
I
there's
Hey, I did. I
Shitlord.
gave everybody
That is true.
That's
Yeah,
just
no.
default. That's
Soldier
default.
would not. Soldier would
That's
not
default.
give it to Delinquent. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No, absolutely. Soldier moves. You start with before we get started and one more. So before we get started, when you have time to closely observe your opposition before a fight, roll plus Savior. On a 10 plus, hold 3. On a 7 to 9, hold 2. On a miss, hold 1 and mark a condition. During the fight, you can spend your hold to name a character you observed and redirect their attack to another character or nowhere into a wall or the sky. Cross the distance between them and you. Stun them close up or from a distance. Ignore all harm from one of their attacks. Escape any bindings or impediments they attempt to place on you.
So freaking cool.
Fuck. Know you move. When you demand that an NPC live up to a higher moral code, roll plus Savior. On a hit, they have to meet your standard or mark a condition. On a 10 plus, take influence over them as well. On a miss, they reveal that the conflict in question is more complicated than it seems. Give them influence over you. I can do this all day. When something causes you to remove yourself from a fight, you can shift Savior down and another label up instead. If you shift Savior down, would move it below -2, you have to leave the fight instead of shifting labels. It kind of feels personal. When you discover that someone has misled you or betrayed your cause, mark a condition to take +1 ongoing against them until they are brought to justice. Mission first. When you secure a valuable resource by defeating a powerful foe, you can shift your Savior up and any other label down. If you and your team managed to avoid causing any collateral damage, clear a condition as well. More than a shield. When you directly engage a threat by heading directly into danger without regard for your own safety, roll with Savior instead of danger. On a miss, your focused attack leaves someone in grave danger. The GM will tell you what it takes to keep them safe. So you get one of those besides before we get started.
Yeah. So quick question on I can do this all day. Would that prevent something like you take a powerful blow and you have to be removed from combat?
Which one?
That's what it is.
That's what I'm wondering. So I can do this all day where it says if something causes you to remove combat. So I fail, like let's say I take a powerful blow and have to be removed. I could instead do that and shift labels to stay in combat?
Yes.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's super crazy.
You get like a get out of jail free? Well, not really free, but
no, it just changes how like I do things. But I'm leaning toward that or
That's a good one, man.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I can do this all day.
That or the know you move, because marking a
That's
condition
the
on
other
NPC
one,
is pretty huge. But like you get level ups. So
what was that?
You get level ups, right? So that can be the next one.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I think we'll do I can do this all day. Yeah.
Okay. A higher calling. You work for a meta-human law enforcement agency, Aegis, that keeps the world safe from all manner of superhuman, supernatural, and extraterrestrial threats. You volunteered to work with a team of young superheroes as part of a new Aegis program designed to keep Halcyon City safe. So that's obviously reworked a little bit based on our setup. But you get the soldier label, which starts at a +2. Soldier functions like any other label. Characters with influence over you can shift it, and you mark a condition if it would ever shift above +3 or below -2. You can only cancel the influence Aegis holds over you with the appropriate advancement. You cannot lock Soldier with a moment of truth. When you're acting on orders or relying on your training, give Aegis influence to use Soldier instead of any other label when you make a basic or playbook move.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
When you
Nice.
invoke your authority over civilians, Halcyon City personnel, or Aegis staff, roll +Soldier. On a hit, your words carry weight. On a 7 to 9, someone will push back against your instructions or orders sooner rather than later. On a miss, your attempts to control the situation create an opportunity for your enemies within Aegis to act against you. When you ask Aegis for additional resources, equipment, or information during a mission, roll +Soldier. On a hit, they'll resupply you as best they can. On a 10 plus, the resources are highly classified or experimental. Take +1 ongoing to deploying them throughout the mission. On a miss, Aegis sends what they think you need, regardless of what you actually requested.
Do you still get shit? That's awesome.
Yeah, that last ability is
That's
basically
crazy.
stupid good.
Feels soldier, man.
Pretty
Yeah.
nice.
Wow, man.
I think that's everything.
That's it. Okay.
Alrighty.
What were your powers
Sweet.
again? Sorry, signature weapon and
And enhanced senses.
damn. Okay.
Alrighty. Last but not least, PB.
Yes. The character you hate the most, or second most. Or maybe the most.
Pull this up. I don't know yet. We're gonna find out.
Oh, boy. The pressure.
I don't want to judge your character before I've met them.
Okay.
I have to save that for after I meet them.
No pressure.
Okay. So let's set up your innocent character. That is from the Halcyon City playbooks. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Alrighty. So why don't you read your blurb there for your character?
You fought, struggled, and worked so hard to figure out who
That's
you
wrong.
are.
That's the moment of truth.
Oh,
The
shit.
time travel is a great one.
Time travel is great. Or so you thought until you landed in a strange new world. I wondered because I was like, that's a little bit strange. Until you landed in a strange new world with a dark, broken, damaged, and dangerous adult version of yourself. It's not what you had wanted to become. The question is, what are you going to do about it?
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Who is your character?
Rashida. And I don't know what my hero name is yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I'm leaning towards Raw, actually. So we'll just lock it in. Raw it is.
Okay.
And I don't know last name. I'll figure that out later.
Okie dokie. Next, your look.
Dark skin, chestnut hair. We'll go honey colored eyes. Yeah, why not?
Okay. So I take it you're playing a woman?
Yes.
Okay. Smooth skin face, chipper face, hopeful face, bright face, handsome face.
Hopeful, because that's more tragic.
How could this happen?
Oh, man.
Exactly.
Oh. GM of emotions over here.
Yeah.
Old-fashioned clothing, haphazard clothing, well-tailored clothing, safe clothing.
Well tailored.
Okay. Outdated costume, reflective costume. I just imagine fucking vests from the crossing guards. Simplistic costume, gaudy costume, unique costume.
We're gonna go with like
Choco.
gaudy. We're gonna go with really crazy out there. I'm a good guy costume.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Like bright colors. You know.
Overcompensating much.
Yeah.
Well, because you're like a hero
Well, I
from
don't
however
know.
long ago, right?
Right? I don't know.
So
what
different
happens.
colors and
Yeah. Yeah.
it'd be things that
here's
would
the
have
thing
been
that I
from
want
our
to-
time.
Yeah, here's what I want to see if WAC will let me do. Since this is 20 years in the future, I actually want to be from where we just left in season 1.
Sure.
That's the time period I want to be
Absolutely.
from. Okay, cool.
It's entirely up to you.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. Time period. So this says the 40s, 50s, but it can just be the time
Okay.
you guys just left. That doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Abilities. You and your future self have the same core ability, though your future self is better with it. Choose
Yes. So shapeshifting.
one. Alrighty. Interesting.
Yeah.
I was always wondering why we never had a shapeshifting character in this. Great. Awesome. Your labels: Danger 0, Freak 0. That's on page 1, PB.
Mm-hmm.
Danger 0, Freak 0. Savior +1. Superior -1, Mundane +2,
Yeah, no shit.
and you get to increase one of them by 1.
Savior for sure.
Okay. Your Mundane is a +2.
Yep.
Okay. Your backstory. Who or what brought you to the present? When did you first meet your future self? How is your future self the embodiment of a future you never wanted? What is your favorite part of life in the future? Your least favorite part? Why are you determined to stay in the present with this team?
So who or what brought me to the present? I don't know. When did you first meet your future self is going to be at that event. So that's where I meet everybody, is that thing where we stop my future self. So I'm pulled to the present, to the now, so that I can stop myself. And that's, the future self is definitely a shock because they're evil. They're a villain. So that's quite the surprise. And I'll work on that later, more on that later. What is your favorite part of life in the future? I don't think I know that yet.
Okay, so you've been here for a very short period of time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And why are you determined to stay in the present with this team? To redeem the things I haven't done yet.
Okay. The only thing, and I'll mention this because I think it is a concern, is when you're playing this innocent character, there will be a level of naivete that may be sort of similar to Estrella.
I was worried about that.
I would. You might have to spend a little time thinking how they're different. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to come off as the same character.
Definitely don't want to do that. Don't worry, I won't.
Okay. Alrighty. So, what did we just do? How is your future self the embodiment of a future you never wanted?
I want to think on that some more.
Okay. Favorite part of life? Why are you determined to stay in the present with this team? Okay, that's that. When our team first came together, my future self was involved, and I tried to stop them. It took the rest of the team to help me succeed. How did we stymie my future self's plans?
So that was the resource, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Relationships. Blank is helping me understand this weirdo future. I follow their lead.
Jay, is that cool? If that's you?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's going to be Marcus, who doesn't go by that name, right? You go by.
Yeah, I haven't decided yet. Actually, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if he's more down to earth or more
Okay.
upset yet.
And for I saved someone important to blank, they're now my biggest defender. I was going to go with Trix, since you mentioned I had influence over you.
So this is someone important to Trix. So Trix is going to have to think of someone important, and that is somebody that you know as well.
So
I was also wondering if it could be like I did it in the past. So maybe it's your
Did you save
mom?
Super Bowl with
Yeah,
her?
could it be Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. Influence. These people are your guides, your friends, and the ones helping you find a better way, but you are careful about whose guidance you follow. Give influence over you to 2 teammates.
I'm going to do the same thing. Jay's character and Trix.
Okie doke. Canadians sticking together. Well, Vio's an implanted Canadian, and so are you, but I guess it still counts.
The Canadians take over. What's it? That's what it is.
Innocent
Australian?
moves.
Yes.
Actually,
So chat can help me with one of them. One of them is going to be martyr, which is when you take a powerful blow while defending someone or something, you may shift savior up and any other label down. The other 2, chat, you can help me with this one, is either making
It's just
amends.
one. You just get one
What?
other one. Yeah. It says
Yeah, I
choose
know, that's what I'm saying, but they're choosing between these 2.
Oh.
So it's either making amends or see it their way. So making amends is when you make yourself vulnerable while comforting or supporting someone you or your future self has fought or hurt. You can add 2 to the roll. If you miss or they refuse to open up, you mark a condition and take a powerful blow. That's making amends. And the other one is see it their way. When you reject someone's influence, when they equate you with your future self, roll savior instead of nothing. But when you accept someone's influence, when they equate you with your future self, you can mark potential. Which I'm leaning towards that one. but
Yeah.
I will let chat decide.
See it their way.
This is the
Yeah,
easiest
see it
bingo
their way.
board ever.
See
It has
their
to be
way.
slightly difficult.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Okay.
it's just everyone gets bingo all the time.
See it their way. it
What
is.
kind
Okay.
of bingo is
Thanks,
this? Some sort of socialist bingo?
I feel like Vio can trigger see it their way a lot. Yeah, we have a lot of cool synergy because we have two like
Yeah.
potentially anal characters, and Vio can mess with them for XP all the time too.
Awesome.
Yes.
Make amends feels like Estrella. That's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Should definitely
fair.
try
Add a lot.
and you should definitely try and make a different character.
So I will do. Yeah, that's my goal. Okay, I'll do see it their way for sure.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
I mean, if you want to change from the innocent, I mean,
No.
that's fine with me.
Nice try. No.
You know, because they're really close.
We only need one.
They're
time
so close.
traveler.
Your future self is out there, an important figure in Halcyon City and the world beyond, and everything you'd hoped you'd never be. But finding out how they became who they are may be all it takes to push you along a similar path. Pick one step of your future self's path that you already know about and circle it.
I'm gonna go with won a victory at enormous cost to the world around them.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's like the first thing you told me when I got there, Jay, is you were like,
Yeah.
you end the world.
Hey, you kind of blow up the moon, bring it down in 7 days.
Cool.
Is that Achilles' voice? Listen, guys. I don't know. I'm Mickey Mouse. I mean Achilles.
Hey there, guys. This is what peak MILF performance looks like. You may not like it, but it is what it is.
If you mean that, Jay, I will kill. This character is dead. First episode.
I was actually thinking, I don't know if I want to go with the optimized biology because that kind of like, how do you ever unleash your powers with that? Do I just like suddenly know karate or some shit? And I don't know.
It is
What was
tough.
that? Weird.
That is tough. I'd have to
weird-
think on that a little bit.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
have
a
an
weird
easy
power.
answer.
The what power was it?
The optimized biology, like basically being, because that's why his name is Achilles, because he's perfect. But it's also like it's different because it's like optimized biology and it's not like super fighting skill like the protege has. It's
Right. It's not super strength
Yeah,
or
yeah.
speed sort of thing.
yeah. It's just like I'm better than everybody, you know, at average. but,
Optimized
like,
biology overlaps Weaver's being made perfect too.
Um,
I think that's more of a
What is that?
idealized
Well,
sort
I'm
of.
also 20 years in the future, so I could be a further optimized version of him.
I also don't have super strength or anything like that, so it's
Yeah, you just have
definitely
senses.
different.
Yeah.
Enhanced senses is very different. That can be like, I'm probably equating that into like fighting and sight sort of thing, like being able to see a little bit better or dodge blows. Like just it's enhanced. It's not like
Mhm.
genetically he's better, sort of thing. Spidey senses, stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Whereas Achilles would be genetically he's better. I keep thinking that it's like that maybe only leaves me with like 2 actual moves I can use. But
Don't get pigeonholed again into a situation where you don't really know what you're doing with your character. If
Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
feel, if you don't feel comfortable with that choice as an ability, just for you to be able to wrap your head around, I
Mhm.
recommend you just take an easier one. Just take one that's easier for you to easily understand.
You can always unlock that one later too.
Yeah.
I don't think you can unlock other powers though, can you?
No, it's an
Yeah.
ability. Yeah, he can't.
Oh.
I can.
That's why it was. Yeah,
I'm able to do that when I level
'Cause,
up.
I mean, like Seabeard is onto something. Like Achilles is a perfect athlete and adapts to any situation with ease naturally, and that's interesting. But that would put it more on Whack as a
It
DM
should be like that
again,
one hero
and
in
less
Heroes.
on me. Where
Who,
like,
oh, go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say, like, if I chose futuristic gadgets, and it's like, I have a smoke bomb that can do that, and that. Whereas like this, I'd be like, Whack, I want to do this and this, and he'd be like, kind of wibbly wobbly, timey wimey bullshit. Do I make you roll today? So where that was kind of like Bob, right? Bob was I was pretty dependent on you for that, Whack. So I don't know. I just want to. I might go futuristic. That's why I brought
Well,
it
if
up.
you go
That's just-
futuristic gadgets and implants,
Mhm.
you decide what they are, and then that's what you get. You don't get to create futuristic gadgets and implants every time you do something.
How many would I? That's the superior intelligence, superior strength.
I let you figure that out, Jay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay. If you want to do the futuristic gadgets and implants, name a couple, or whatever. Whatever feels right. You know. Don't be like, I am the Swiss Army knife and
Yeah.
and it's just everything pops off.
Oh my
and,
God,
yeah.
Inspector Gadget.
Yeah. Don't Inspector Gadget me, but come up with something.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
Take some cyberpunk tropes and throw them in there or whatever. I don't know. Okay, let's continue on with.
Sorry.
Just need one doot. Where were we? PB was playing.
I think we finished, actually.
Did we finish? Okay. Well, yeah, you had a bunch of stuff for your future self. There's a bunch of checkbox and stuff. When you learn another step of your future self's paths, you circle it. You can have at most 5 steps circled. When you undergo an experience that echoes one of the above, your call, strike it out. When you strike out a circled step or circle a struck out step, you choose one of the following. And then I think it's done.
But I don't have to do that now. Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, that's that. I guess the only other stuff to kind of think about here is that I just want to have kind of wrapped up. The headquarters and the Phoenix Academy. Those are 2 important things. I am definitely partial to the space station idea. I love that shit.
What?
Like we're in space?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
I love that kind of thing, and the brains running around trying to make sure everything keeps working. And the Phoenix Academy is like part of the space station. Like it's one thing, and that's how you get people out. You can teleport them, but then it consumes a fucking one of the energy things that you guys are using. One of the futuristic batteries. And maybe you got to make a run on a Tangy supply line or something to grab more batteries. Just throwing ideas out there.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
As much as I like the space thing, I don't know if I
Having HQ in space?
Yeah.
would it be. Yeah, it'd be just HQ in space, and we'd go back down to the planet.
Yeah.
Basically,
Okay,
for missions
okay.
to go down.
Phoenix
that sort of thing.
Phoenix Academy and the HQ in one space station kind of thing.
I like
then-
it because it feels safe.
That's cool.
It feels.
Yeah.
Sorry. HQ is an
Cool,
old
hidden in the
Tangy ship.
moon.
We've hijacked an old broken Tangy ship, and currently the codes are keeping us off their radar.
That would
Like
be-
maybe that's how they got it originally 20 years ago.
Yep.
Sort of thing.
Because if we're out there and the Tangy have space travel shit, they're going to be floating out there. They're going to,
Because and the tech was 20, the tech advancement in 20 years. If they had that tech 20 years ago, because we were able to port up as the old characters, it would make sense that it's an old Tangy ship that was hijacked. We didn't have that tech 20 years ago. They didn't impart that on us, so we stole it.
Yep.
Could be.
Or Aegis stole it.
Yep. Well, there was also the moment of you kind of had a feeling that there was some crazy tech stolen or used or that we didn't know about when at the very, very, very end of at the very, very end of Identity Crisis Scene 1 when we were literally teleported via some technology, not superpower that we know of, out of the city. So we know that technology is there. We didn't get an explanation of how or why.
There's also the whole, not to throw science in and everything, but humans can't be born in space and survive in space and but maybe superheroes, maybe that's
I do
I
kind
mean-
of like the upper
I mean, it's
atmosphere idea, though.
artificial gravity.
It's
For
also a
space.
comic book.
That's
Yeah.
the trick is artificial gravity. That's what we need, right?
What were you
Comic
saying,
book,
Via?
yeah.
I was saying that I do kind of like the upper atmosphere idea instead of space. So I feel like space kind of I don't know. like it
It's
kind
too
of feels
far.
stuck in a way.
I feel like space kind of sets a bar.
Yeah, exactly.
But if we were
It's, like,
upper
very limited
atmosphere
in a
or
way.
like lower ocean, then it's like
Ooh, ocean.
In the ocean?
I like
love
like
ocean basin.
that. I like Atlantis.
like if we were like
Oh,
on a
okay. I do
on
like
a
that.
coral reef or something.
Yeah, because then the whole
Because the
idea is like
Tangi don't like
Phoenix
salt, so they
rising
can't
from
come
a
near.
flame.
Yeah.
Maybe we're like next to an underwater volcano or something.
And that's how
the Phoenix
Rufus
again.
powers the base is through geothermal activity.
Well,
Yeah,
looks like I'm
there
gonna
you
have to
go.
fucking.
BB's in the chat.
I'm gonna have to go creative mode on Subnautica, I guess.
Yes. Wax gonna be like, oh, I have a video for this, and it just loads to him playing the game. 1 second, guys, my hunger meter's low. So here's the base.
Cuts to a clip of him finding one of the leviathans.
No. Watch when Brad found one in 15 seconds when he started the game.
That's
15
horrifying.
seconds. He found the one right away, right by the ship.
So I went most of the game without running into one. So you can imagine my reaction. When I
Hilarious.
went down under. Yeah.
Yo.
mhm.
Yo,
Oh man, it was bad.
Did you go
Under-
like deep into the planet to
Yeah.
okay.
oh, you gotta go to
I
the
lost-
ghost one.
I
You
lost
gotta
my
do the
shit.
ghost one too.
Oh no, that was the first one I encountered. So what happened was
Oh no.
I
Yeah,
accidentally
that was the
no, it's like could not have fucking planned it better. Jeez, I walked off the edge and fell into the abyss,
Were you in the power suit thing?
which is my nightmare. Yeah, I was in the power suit, so it's like making these sounds and crushing and popping and exploding, and then I get down to the bottom and there it is, and I lost my mind. It was awful. It was like 8 minutes of me screaming nonstop. It's like
Beautiful.
the ocean floor. Oh god.
Great.
Not even.
Okay. So you guys like the idea of the underwater
Zach.
one?
Yeah.
I love underwater base.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still could have done the teleport to it, that sort of thing. Could even still be like old Tangi tech that was like commissioned to be a base. Which is, I mean, depending.
Okay. That'll give me something to work with. Alrighty. And then as far as the teachers go, I want you each to your homework. We won't do it now. I want you each to create a teacher NPC. Doesn't have to be ultra descriptive, but this will be a teacher at the Phoenix Academy, and figure out their name, what they look like, any costumes, whatever. Whatever you think is important about them. And so name, their powers, costume, and what do they teach? Do they have? They might not even have powers. They don't have to. That's up to you. Figure out what they teach, their name, what they look like. Character's already dead, Dan. He hasn't even begun yet, and I've already killed him. Already dead.
Headmaster of school.
Already dead. Super dead. He's like, I could use a drink. Let me go out into the airlock.
Oh my god.
I've just drowned to the
Only living
head.
member of the body team.
Jeez.
Oh, did the almighty year die? Ah.
Apparently.
Yeah, unfortunately. I wonder how he died.
Listen, your beef is with Dan.
Was it?
Okay?
Was it the?
Don't come after me.
Was
here
it? Was it Sam?
now. Don't come after me now. I
Complications due to the blast?
fuck you, kid. All right. Fuck you, kid.
Yeah. All right. So everybody's homework. You got to make a teacher NPC.
His
Yeah.
name is Cornelius, and he is a master of agriculture, and he grows corn.
Oh my fucking god.
Great.
He actually has to teach the students how to use their powers. So I'll let you figure out how corn
Do you
fuels that fire.
understand how much genetic manipulation has gone into creating edible corn? Do you understand this
yeah.
right now? Okay,
Yeah.
sir. All right.
Controlling the ebb and flow, man. You just have to grow the corn with your love and your soul.
No, we
Bananas
beat
don't
that
even-
shit into submission. All right.
What is he? Was he a fucking free writing English teacher?
Rufus, think about it. Or don't think, just do.
I don't think. Just
He's a cross between William Shatner and what's her name, Miss Trelawney from Harry Potter.
Oh, no.
God.
Pop the kernel. Let's find out what your future is.
Title of
PB.
sorry. I stopped myself.
My fucking God.
So, good session, everybody. Good episode 0. We've made some characters.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We have a new season of stuff that we've got to throw at you, and I hope you're excited because
We've got an almost filled out bingo card.
because I was before time travel. Thanks, everybody.
Oh God.
Blame for yourself. Hey.
Hey.
You know, Wack, that's why it's collaborative storytelling.
Oh.
Yeah. So good job, everybody.
Thanks, Cornelius.
Good job,
Okay.
everybody. Let's go around the room. Let's do some shout-outs to wrap things up for the session today. VO, you want to start us off, please?
Hello. I am Vio. You can find me on twitch.tv/Vio. I play Overwatch. You want to see some sick Assassin Moira plays? You come over to my channel, or soon Twitter and Instagram highlight stuff in the future. Anyway, other than that, you'll be seeing me on this show every Friday again at 7 p.m. and I'm really excited for it. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you very much. PB.
Hello. Hi, I'm Pumpkinberry. You can find me at Twitch and Twitter at Pumpkinberry. You can also find me here on Tuesdays and soon on Wednesdays and Fridays. And that's it.
Thank you, PB.
Wednesdays?
Wednesdays. That's right.
Wednesdays?
Wednesdays.
Wednesdays?
Curious. Goobers.
Hey. Hi, I'm Goobers. Yeah, I'm a streamer. I paint stuff. I play games. I don't know. I really don't even know what I'm doing now. Yeah.
Damn.
Go follow him.
Professional,
He's
guys.
great. Boobs is great. Go follow him. He's not
Sorry,
letting you on
sorry.
very well right now.
I was trying to give you guys a free bingo box when our shout outs are Mimi bullshit. Sorry. That was my bad. No. I'm Goobers515. I'm a variety caster. This upcoming week, what the hell? I don't even know what I'm going to be doing this week. It's going to be crazy. There's going to be all sorts of weird shit. Because next week, I'm not going to be here for episode 1. Bah! I'm going to be going to PAX South for my very first time. I'm actually really excited. I've never been. So yeah.
That is one of my favorite.
Ban goobs.
Playing.
Fair enough. So we'll have a delayed intro of my character on the show. But yeah. I will not be here next week, but I will be on Fridays here at Table Story doing all this stuff. On my own channel, if you guys want to follow, I do gameplay stuff, community related. I do art stuff as well. I do anything and everything under the sun, all sorts of team things as well. This week, Tuesday, Would You Kindly will be on Mr. Farrington Empire's channel. I will be on there as well. And it's going to be a big Team Tuesday.
Yes.
And when I say big,
Yes.
there is some... have we announced it? Like the thing? Okay. All right. So I'll just say it's a big deal. It's a big fucking deal that's going to be happening on Tuesday. I hope we have announced it. Okay.
Oh, it was
apparently
announced.
we've announced
Everyone said
it.
it was announced.
All right. So there we go. Good. We talked. We're going to be on Team Tuesday is going to be on the front page for the very first time. And this is a big deal for us because it's probably going to be a reoccurring thing for a while.
And a shit show.
And a shit show. Don't worry, front page doesn't mean that it won't be a shit show. It's just going to be a bigger shit show. So make sure you guys tune in. Keep an eye on the host. Keep an eye on Twitter. Do all that stuff. And yeah, that's who I am. Goobers515. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. Bobbity bop. Next person. Dan.
Hey, I'm Dan. Thanks for passing it over to me. I'm Dan of the domestic variety. I do cooking streams. Goob's saying I don't know what I'm doing right now really spoke to me, because outside of cooking streams, I have no idea.
I don't either.
And it has been a, what am I doing right now? I've almost just been like, I'm just not gonna stream today because it doesn't feel worth it. That's not a demeaning like, oh God, I'm depressed. It's just I don't know what the fuck.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Help us!
Chill.
Can't Resident Evil 2 come out yet?
Passive exile.
I'm waiting for Ace Combat 7 to come out, and that comes out
for 13
during
hours of whack.
Yeah, there you go. Good sell, Dan. Watch me. I don't know what's happening. Moving on.
If you want me to ruin your life, I can do it. Jay?
Hello. I'm Jay. In the future, I will be playing Achilles. I'm not missing episode 1. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be right here for you because I'm a man of the people. And I'm also here Mondays as the bigger man of the people, Johnny. You guys should watch Sector 49. You guys should watch Thursday's Ragtags because it's never having a day off again in its life after this coming Thursday. Don't even laugh, all right? I'm going to fucking shackle them all. I'm shackling myself, all right? Watch Ragtags on YouTube. Get caught up.
Can we add a square? Can we add a square? Can we add a square for bingo when Ragtags is canceled? All right, let's do it.
You guys are never gonna get bingo because I am fucking working them like slaves after this. Okay.
That's a great thing. This is an incentive. Like, don't give them that. Don't give them that. Jay.
I mean, I liked
Thursday
Rabsters. Sorry,
That's a shackling. That's a shackling. Thursdays at 4, Mondays at 4, and now Fridays at 7 again. I will see you all, hopefully, across the channel all week. Please don't forget to sub to our Patreon as well. And give us more NPCs, particularly Brad. I know he's still watching. Please give him NPCs.
He loves that shit. Make it happen.
Loves it so much. Include animals. Make sure you include pets and animals with your NPCs. Specifically for Brad.
Thank you, Jay. I am Wacksteven. I have been your GM of Doom. I will be dragging the players kicking and screaming through the campaign when we get started next week. And thank you as always for watching, chat. Much appreciated. Thank you for hanging out with us on our very first, episode 0, I guess. It's not really the first.
No.
But hanging out with us for character creation and setting creation. Thank you so much. Thank you to Jay. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Goobers. Thank you, PB. Thank you, Vio, for being awesome role players. I appreciate you. And I'm excited to get started. I can't wait. I'm super hyped. Yes. I love masks. I loved Identity Crisis, and I'm looking forward to setting up a new setting and creating basically a new world with you guys. It's gonna be really enjoyable. I'm super hyped. It's going to be really different, I think, than the first season in the way that we kind of had to deal with everything because we had superheroes everywhere before, and now they're like an endangered species. So it's going to be a lot different. Travel. Yeah, and
time travel.
How quickly I get to ruin that for everyone will be how we figure out most of the season.
I didn't peg you for a railroader.
Listen, the dice decided it would be time locked, okay?
Big off.
Time locked. Yeah, so thank you everybody for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, for Crash City at 2 p.m. Eastern. 2 p.m. Eastern.
Crash City.
If you have not done so, please make sure you follow all these wonderful people. Follows are free. If you have yourself a Twitch Prime and you haven't used it yet, consider using that on one of these wonderful people. And if you want to help support Table Story, go head on over to the Patreon. It's just patreon.com/tablestory. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you.
Hope to see you. Oh, if you're not on the Discord, you probably should be. What the hell was that?
That's fucking...
Wow.
Good show, everyone.
Wow.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.
Bye.